Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the CIML Football Pregame Show. I am your host, Blake Walker. It is Week 9, the last week of the 2023 regular season in both Class A and Class 4A. We got two classes on the docket this week, one on Thursday night here, and then tomorrow night or Friday night as you're watching this for Class 5A. We got a fun show ahead of you. We're going to look at the top 5 plays from an action-packed Week 8. We're going to look at the RPI rankings and see who's close to getting in or who's close to dropping out as we near the playoffs, and much, much more. Let's jump right into your highlights of last week.
With the quarterback keeper and Johnson. Holy cow! Right up the middle! Look at that go! Sam Johnson racing for the end zone. He is in there for a touchdown. 47 yards.
Good off the right side there, headed in a block, a little bit of a seam there. The linebackers had come up to guard against the run. He broke the tackle, took it up straight up the middle with his speed.
7 from the 7th. They run Trey Wilson in motion. They go outside to Trey. He's looking at a double pass, and that's a touchdown for Dowling Catholic. Curtis Horace. Trey Wilson with his first touchdown throw of the night of the season. And Tom Wilson and the boys get a little trickery.
Snap is good. The kick is good! Tigers win! Playoff hopes alive! Alvarenga from 31.
Moberly, 4th and 18 for the tie, over the middle, touchdown! Sam Zelenovich!
What a well-executed play. Come right back here, look on it. So they're going to run that slant that they ran so well in the whole first half. He kicks right out, and it's a touchdown. Here's Valley again, dropping back. Pressure up the middle. DeGroot wings it upfield. Has a man! Caught! 30, 25, 20. Can he get there? Touchdown! Tigers! 87 yards.
Those were our highlights of the last week of action. What a week it was. An amazing Week 8 full of high-octane plays. We'll jump right into our RPI rankings as we head into Week 9. Taking a look at our Class 5A RPI, courtesy of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Really no change at the top. Southeast Polka at number 1, Dowling Catholic number 2 after their match last week. Bettendorf at number 3 after the win against Prairie. Pleasant Valley at number 4. Waukee Northwest. Waukee jump to 5 and 6 after Ankeny and Cedar Rapids Kennedy dropped losses to Valley and Cedar Falls. Kennedy is at 7, Ankeny is at 8. Remember, top 8 make the home playoff advantage for the postseason, so you want to be top 8 or else you're going on the road. Cedar Falls upsets Kennedy. They jump up to 9th. Iowa City High at 10th after their win against Linmar. They take on number 3 Bettendorf this week. Sioux City East has worked their way back into 11th after a win against Ames. Johnston is up to 12th after their win against Urbandale. Cedar Rapids Prairie 13th after the loss to after the loss this past week. Ankeny Centennial at 14th after the tough loss to Waukee Northwest. The Jags are going to be right there on the cutoff. They play Urbandale this week. It's must win, but they will be going on the road for postseason more than not. At 15 is Linmar off the loss to Iowa City High, and Davenport West sneaks in at 16th. On the outside looking in, 17, Iowa City West. They take on Cedar Rapids Prairie this week. The Valley Tigers again move up a couple spots after the win against Ankeny. It's pretty much a given. If Valley wins this week against Marshalltown, they should get into the top 16, but they will be a 16 or 15 seed. Watch out for the top 2 seeds in Southeast Polk and Dowling. Urbandale drops out of the top 16 to 19th. Muscatine rounds out the top 20. Those are our RPI standings as we head into Week 9. A lot of teams are going to be sweating things out here in the next couple days to see who makes the playoffs. We'll take a break and be back with our coach interviews and more. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
It's the DeArmond Ford Indianola kickoff event. Score big on a new F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months plus $3,750 rebate. Get charged up with a Mach-E and lease for $449 a month. All Americans Ford Escape and Edge. New Edge for $399 a month flex buy. And the new Escape, 2.9% for 75 months plus $500 rebate. Join our winning team at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. It's time for the coach interview segment of tonight's show. Paul Yeager had a chance to sit down with Coach Bauer and Coach Blue of both Ankeny and Cedar Rapids, Washington, ahead of their big game tonight.
Welcome into the pregame show. Paul Yeager with head Washington coach Mo Blue. Coach, this is a season. It comes down to game number 9. It goes fast, right? Do you have to remind, if there's no other life lesson that these guys learn, is that 9 weeks goes quick?
Yeah, it really does, and it feels like we just got started a couple weeks ago. It's been a rough year for us. We've made some strides, a lot of strides off the field with what we're, how our kids are taking care of their stuff academically and getting to class and doing the things they need to do. We're not seeing the results we were hoping for, but. I'm proud of they've stuck together. They're still battling, and we've had we talked about, we've had the injury bug that didn't help a lot. But it's football. No one really cares about those things. Everybody deals with injuries. But despite everything we've had to go through on and off the field this year. Very proud of our guys for just hanging in there and being committed to trying to do as well as we can. At the end of the day, we're a really young team. and when we lose the few seniors we had that been contributing, that's a big hit for us. So maybe we got some guys maybe playing that wouldn't be playing otherwise, but out of necessity, we got to play them a lot more. But I think that experience will pay dividends in the next couple years to come. So excited about that, but we still have a season to finish, and really we're just looking to see, okay, who's willing to compete, who's willing to just lay it out there, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you do have seniors that are playing their last high school game tonight.
Yeah.
You had senior night last week, but
Right.
As a program in transition, those seniors sometimes they have to do some work that they might not see paid off for a while. What is it you hope seniors bring to your younger guys that are going to be here in the future?
The fact that, just to be competitors. I saw the Jets head coach had this really great analogy about 4 types of competitors, and I got 3 of them. I always forget the bottom one, but just learning how being a competitor has nothing to do with playing time, wins and losses, who you're playing. It's totally self-determined. And hopefully we got a lot of self-determined guys that are laying it out there every week. And like we were saying, the results may not be what we were hoping for, but hopefully those young guys see that your circumstances don't matter, who you're playing doesn't matter, as long as you're willing to compete and get after it week in and week out. At the end of the day, those things will pay dividends.
A sophomore is both scary and exciting for a coach because you can form and sculpt and get him to the end. Grady, I'm looking at his stats, 78 to 172 passing. What is it about? Let's talk about the sculpting side. We don't have to go about the scary side, but how has he molded, developed, progressed as the year's gone on for you?
Well, the thing with Grady, we told him from day one this summer, we can live with bad balls, but what we've been, preaching to him is decision making. Sometimes you'll make the right decision and the result won't be what you were hoping for. Maybe you threw it a little too high. Maybe you're a little behind the guy. But as long as the decision's right, we could live with it. And Grady's just a heck of a competitor. I mean, he's tough as nails. I mean, that kid's he is the ultimate Timex watch. He keeps taking a licking and keeps on ticking. And he puts a lot of stuff on himself, and we just have to remind him it's a team game. There's 10 other guys on the field with you. Everybody has to do their job. It's not all on him, especially for a sophomore quarterback. Now, eventually, he will shoulder more of that burden. But as a sophomore, no one's expecting him to shoulder. We just need him to do his job, and he's done a great job. Like I said, he's a competitor. He's one of those kids. He's not afraid to get in a lineman's face when he needs to, and he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's not. I don't think he's scared of anything. But he's just such a good kid, and the kids, our seniors, our juniors, everybody has nothing but respect for him. Our coaches, because he does compete. Does he get frustrated? Absolutely. Does he have his sophomore moments? Absolutely. But that's all to be expected. And I couldn't ask for him to do more than he's already done this year. And he's a great leader for us. And luckily we get him for another 2 years. So that's exciting. That's that part of sophomore to be excited about. And we have several sophomores we're really excited about as it moves forward. And but I couldn't be, as a whole, it would be very easy for the kids to say, forget it, we're 1-7, mailing it in. But we've had pretty good practices so far this week. The kids are engaged. They're picking stuff up. So I really can't ask for much more from the guys.
And tonight, defensively, what is it you think has to be a key for you?
You got to stop the run. Ankeny has two really good tailbacks. I'm not a big knowing people's names, but I know numbers. Number 5, number 21. I think they have the same amount of carries, basically, almost exactly the same amount of yards. They're slightly different in different ways, but their results are pretty much the same. They run hard. The thing I've been really impressed with is their offensive line. They do a really good job. When Coach Nelson was there before, their O-line got really good, and I remember watching them in the past and being like, whoa. Then that's just continued. They're doing a really good job. That O-line comes off together. They come off hard. They play to the echo of the whistle. I told our guys this week, I got good news, bad news. Their O-line's really good, but the good news is when you have a really good O-line, reading keys is a lot easier. Because sometimes with high school, especially with your linebackers and stuff, that can get real hard because some guys look like they're pass setting all the time. Not with this O-line. They get off the ball. They do a nice job. They come off together. So, and even our kids have said, it's like, yeah, watching film, I mean, they're good and they get off, but at least we know where they're going to be going. Yeah. And the running backs do a great job of finding creases and exploiting that. They do a really good job running inside zone.
All right, Coach Blue, I appreciate the time. Have fun tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, well, do. Appreciate you.
All right, that's Mo Blue, head coach of the Cedar Rapids Washington Warriors. Our pregame show continues right after this. Here in the pregame show, Paul Yeager with Jeff Bauer, head coach of the Ankeny Hawks. Coach, last week, tough loss. But what was the message you wanted from that game to carry over to this week with the guys?
Well, our message after that game was just every play matters. Didn't matter, we had guys from the offense, guys from the defense, guys from special teams. Any of them make one more play, and that game turns out differently. And so the message was, it wasn't just one person on any of those teams. It was all of us that could have made that play, and we didn't. And consequently, we end up with a last-second loss.
I'll say a realistic football or sports fan in general will understand that a game isn't one play. It is a series of plays. I would imagine that's a great lesson for all of us who might watch a game and think it only hinged on that one play.
Right.
But how do you make each play count?
Well, we've probably turned up the intensity a little bit, just looking at the finer details in practice. I mean, are we buzzing our feet? Are we, whether they're going against scout teams, so it's, you've been doing this, and you're faster and bigger than the younger kids running the scout team, but there's little details that we can stress and make sure we take care of, so hopefully that carries over on a Friday night.
Details matter.
Yes.
To football coaches. You guys are detailed people, and it's the little things, and I don't think you appreciate it until after. Let's talk a detail about your program right now. While this is running, you're probably walking out or have already walked out with your seniors tonight. New guy to the head role, but you've been with these guys for a number of years. Talk about this senior class, and what have they meant to your program?
They've been huge, obviously, and the senior class means a lot to me. Obviously, when I interviewed for this job last spring, a lot of them were on the interview committee and chose me and wanted myself to lead this program, which means a lot. But they're high character kids, which, I think it's evident in how we've played and how the success we've had this year. And it's because of them and their leadership. And they're a special group, and, hopefully we get to play a few more weeks with this group.
Some see a lot of field action, some don't. Help me out with those guys that might not see a lot of action and why it's important that they go out as 8th graders, continue through the program, and get to this finish line.
Yeah, I think we ended up with 15. We did have a couple of seniors that stepped down. It's just because football's not always, being a part of our what we say is our family is, it's more than what goes on in the field. And it's having, we call it a band of brothers at our t-shirt this year, because they're your brothers and you'll remember them for the rest of your life. And it's not just about dealing with the X's and O's, and if you win or lose, it's having that relationship for the rest of your life and having someone to lean on and talk to and share a lot of special moments with.
And they can share the text string and keep the text group alive after they're gone.
Yes.
Hey guys, remember that time we played Liberty? Remember that time we played Washington? Yep. They can step back in time.
And that's what I mean. Coach Kluver, I went to high school with him, and we've been lifelong friends since high school. And part of the things we talked about a couple of weeks ago were the playoff losses, 38 years ago or whatever, and talking. I mean, we remember everything of those games when your junior year, your senior year, losing to Dowling 14-10, and losing to Roosevelt your junior year 19-18 on the last 30 seconds of the game. How it stays with you forever. So, it's special moments being a part of a high school football team, and that's why I think it's the best sport around.
You got a couple of kids tonight that do get a lot of action, that do play a lot. I think of Dylan Doherty, Connor Kaiser, Connor's going to play on. Yes. Dylan might be his last home game, a regular season home game. Both these guys in different places, but have both done well for your team. Let's single out a couple of these seniors that you think have deserved from some extra comments from Coach.
Yeah, Dylan Doherty's been. Last year he had a hip issue that he missed the last 4 games. I think he came back last week maybe. But he's dealt with injury last year. He's dealt with a shoulder issue this year. And he shows up every week. I mean, he has a big heart. He's a big-time leader of our secondary. He's made tons of tackles. So he'll be missed. But he's, we're not done yet. And he's, we have high hopes for what's coming up in the next couple of weeks, obviously. But, he'll be hard to replace next year.
And Connor has been a guy you've held up as a character person that you want the program to embody.
He's an awesome kid. I mean, he does things the right way. He's, I don't have to worry about him, what's going on weekends. Most of these, you don't have to. And we stress that. But he works his tail off. It's important to him. He's obviously committed to UNI to go up there and be a Panther next year. But he knows every week he knows he's not where he needs to be, and he's trying to learn and get better, and that's what you hope from one of your best players on the team,
Tonight, Washington, if you look at stats, and guys do and fans do, and they look and see struggles running the ball, struggles throwing the ball, struggles winning, they still are a 5A team, and they still have your attention. What stands out about them tonight?
Well, they bring a lot of pressure on the quarterback. They've sacked some good quarterbacks. They've made some plays. They'll hit you. They have moments where you see on offense that, wow, they have a burst. They have speed that scares you, that if you don't do your job, they're going to take it, a long distance into the house. So both sides of the ball, we have to be focused and do our job and do what we've been taught to do.
Defensively, you've got a group that chaos. Every coach says chaos. It's like they've heard your scouting report about your program. Defensively, these are guys that fly around the ball. What do you need them to do tonight?
Just continue to play hard. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Stay in your lane. Do your assignment. If you're supposed to loop, make sure you loop. If you're supposed to fill this hole, fill this hole. If you're supposed to be back deep, stay deep. Obviously, we haven't always done that for 4 whole quarters. When we all do it, we can look pretty good.
It's all about those details, right, Coach?
Yes, it is.
Jeff Bauer, head coach of the Ankeny Hawks. Our pregame show continues after this. You're watching high school football on CISN.
As always, we want to take a moment to thank all the coaches for talking to us all regular season long, to take time out of their day. We really appreciate it. Helps give you, the audience, a little bit more of an insight of what they're thinking as they head on into the matchups of that evening. We'll take a break and be back with much more. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. It's time to look at some of our games of the week as we get you ready, just almost set for your big game tonight. Taking a look at our Class 5A games to watch, we'll start out with the two on the Central Iowa Sports Network this evening. Ankeny tries to rebound after a loss to Valley last week. The Hawks look to win and contain home field advantage for the playoffs. They take on Cedar Rapids of Washington. Should be a good game over there at Ankeny Stadium. Dowling Catholic also trying to rally after a loss last week. It's senior night over there at Valley Stadium. The Bruins will take on Sioux City North. A couple other games to keep an eye out on. Valley takes on Marshalltown over in Marshalltown. Valley has to win to try to make the playoffs. It's a must-win game for the Tigers to try to make it in at 4-5. Keep an eye out for that one. Urbandale takes on Ankeny Centennial. It's a must-win for the Jayhawks. If they want to get in the playoffs, they could spoil Centennial's season and kick out the Jags. That'll be one to watch for sure as the evening goes on. Linn-Mar takes on Pleasant Valley, another battle between two top 16 teams. Linn-Mar has to win after the loss to Iowa City High last week, or the Lions will be going home. And one more, Bettendorf. Number 3 Bettendorf takes on number 10 Iowa City High. Would a loss knock the Little Hawks out? We're not entirely sure, but keep an eye out for that one in your top 16. And that will wrap it up for us here on the CISN Football Pregame Show. We appreciate everyone for watching all regular season long. Next week, we're already in playoff mode. We appreciate everyone for watching as always. I'm your host, Blake Walker. Enjoy your Football Friday. We'll see you next time.
What a far cry from a week ago. We were in blankets and layers and raincoats. Tonight, 68 degrees, clear skies, an incredible late October evening for the last game of the regular season here in Class 5A. The Ankeny Hawks just took the field. They are at home tonight. 5-3, looking to solidify a home playoff game tonight against 1-7 Cedar Rapids, Washington, here from Ankeny Stadium. Good evening, everybody. Paul Yeager, along with Tim Hauber. Austin Oliver will be with us in just a couple of minutes. Tim, tonight, This is a matchup of two teams in two different directions, but focusing on a couple of different things. We'll get to the seniors of Ankeny High, who were just introduced a few minutes ago. Let's talk about the youth movement at Cedar Rapids, Washington. Mo Blue said, hey, I know we've got some guys that aren't as old, but he has watched his quarterback develop as the year has gone on. I referred to it as clay. Yeah. It's sculpting. How do you think the statue of the quarterback, Grady McGuire, is for Wash?
He's a good-looking kid. He's 6 foot, 155, but he's a sophomore. He's learning how to play the position this year. He's kind of been thrown into the gauntlet. They are a young team. They only have 3 seniors starting on offense, so he's got young receivers, young running backs there, and then only 1 senior on the offensive line. So he's had to learn under fire quite a bit, but he's performed quite well. He's got over 700 yards passing and 5 touchdowns on the season.
And this is a game that, sure, they'd love to have it, but they also have to be realistic and find movement for the future. Cedar Rapids Jefferson, on one of the other sides of town, has had a program that was perennially ones that didn't win. They've been able to put wins together. Is that a recipe for building in Cedar Rapids as football gets better?
You know, coaches are copycats, right? They see that going on there. They're like, I can do the same thing, and they can, because look at all these juniors and sophomores getting a lot of starting game experience, you know, tonight, now throughout the season. Next year they come back. They've been in the same system. The coach is coming back. So a lot of that has to be repetition, and then I think just build from there.
It is senior spotlight night for the Ankeny Hawks, who are coming off a 1-point, we'll say, emotionally draining loss at Valley last week on a last-second, as time expired, field goal. They lose that game, lose a chance to maybe be in that top 4 of the state, but they still have home playoff aspirations. If they can be in the top 8, they would host a week from tonight. Let's talk about the seniors. Samuel Z is one of those linebackers that has started, but it's the guy next to him and the one who floats all around, Dylan Doherty and Connor Kaiser. These are 2 guys that have been absolute anchors of this team this year.
They have Doherty flies around the field. He plays the safety position. He plays their hawk position. We see some teams do that. They play a standard 3-4 defense, so we're going to see him up at the line in the backfield. They'll key on some certain backs and that. So he's got 65 tackles on the year. He's one of the team leaders in tackles for loss and sacks. So look for him to play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Kaiser with 61 tackles, a future UNI Panther. He has been a lifelong Hawk. His father played for the Hawks. This had special meaning for him tonight.
It does. And here's a guy, senior, had to change positions, but played that center position really very well. So he's a middle linebacker, plays sideline to sideline. We'll see his speed tonight, that when he blitzes, he's in the backfield before the quarterback can get out of the pocket.
He played quarterback. He was a backup quarterback his sophomore year, and then he's played D-end, linebacker, anywhere they need him. Doherty, a guy who played mostly on defense last year. That's where they've needed him to step up into that role. What do you see tonight to right the ship for the Hawks?
Get back to what they do well. They got experienced offensive line there. I think, coach wants to see those Hogs get going tonight and see, get Hankus and Larmy, going. Take some pressure off the quarter. The quarterback's Anderson's played quite well, but get their running game on and just dominate both lines of scrimmage and play your game. And then get back into playing in tempo and playing your game.
Hogs in the open. Nice work, Tim.
Yeah.
Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast down on the field. Austin Oliver has been down there patrolling. And, Austin, I don't think you have as many layers as you did last week. What are the conditions like there down on the field?
Yeah, I was going to say, the intro, some of us were wearing layers last week and getting wet, some of us were not. So I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I know 2 people that probably were not wearing layers last week and stayed perfectly dry. But on that... it's down here. This is about as perfect as you can get. The flags down at the end of the field are completely down. The smoke's hanging in the air. There's no air moving. It's got a nice little crisp feel to the air. This is what football time of the year is all about. Talked to both coaches before the game. I think both teams and programs are culminating their season here, getting ready for the next step, and see what happens tonight. Should be a good game.
Austin, let's be fair. It was, as a reporter on the sideline said, the rain has let up, right?
Yeah, that is true, but then it came right back down. So
none of those conditions tonight. All right, as you see, it's kind of a disjointed evening. No school for the Hawks today. Do you get the sense the Hawks seem locked in?
I think both teams are locked in. It looked like they went through the same setup that they do every game from what I've seen. Talked to Coach Bauer, and Bauer's like, we better be on point or you're probably not going to want to talk to me at halftime. So hopefully they can get things going in the right direction and get things turned around from last week.
And for Wash, it is a little smaller unit. We're seeing them on the screen there. This is a group that is just trying to hold things together. Coach Blue has an infectious personality when you talk to him, and hopefully do you get the sense these guys are ready to play tonight?
Absolutely. He's got some charisma. So that team definitely is going to be going in the right direction. Just a great guy. Talk to him, listen to the interviews that you put together this week too as well. They're definitely going in the right direction for sure.
Austin Oliver, thank you very much. Tim Halber, we talked a little bit about keys here as the Hawks will come out to receive. Wash will line up to kick. Real quickly, if you're Wash, what's a key tonight?
Can they get the consistency in their blocking? I think the quarterbacks had to run quite a bit, so that coach talked about that. We've just been inconsistent in our blocking. Can they find a rhythm on offense and then move the sticks, not get into third and longs?
For Ankeny,
I just find your tempo. Let the big guys do what they do very well. Getting the blocking down. Don't try anything exotic. Get to basics. Get into the playoffs. Stay healthy.
Logan Barton to tee it up for Wash. The freshman, 5'8", 135 in his all-white jersey, red numbers and blue helmet, and we are underway. It's a kick taken at the 18, and having to go down to a knee to get it was the Hawks' Mason Randolph, and that is where the Hawks will start, 1st and 10 from the 17. Here comes the offense. Luke Anderson, the sophomore or the junior. Daniel Larmy, the sophomore, will see time, as well as Caden Hankus. Devin Akers was out for an injury 2 weeks ago, is back tonight, just like he was last week against Valley. The rest of the lineup, Spence Dorfler, Heck Mullis up front, as well as B. Roth will see time. Andrew Brandhorst, Evan Erlmeyer, Carson Sommerfeld as well. First pitch is downfield. Akers caught at the 45, makes a tackler miss at the 40, 30. It's a foot race to the end zone. 10, 5, touchdown. Ankeny Hawks. First play from scrimmage.
Way to dial that up. He found him. Akers blew the top off the coverage, went down there, made a slight leaping grab toward the defender, and then there was a foot race to the end zone.
82 yards. Anderson was hit as he threw, but Akers just kind of waited, got behind the defense, and just like that, the Hawks strike first, not even 13 seconds into the game.
Good job by Luke Anderson to stay in the pocket there with the rush coming at him. He stood in there. He knew he was going to have that open receiver there, and he laid it out to put some air underneath it so Akers could catch it and take it in.
The kick is up, and the extra point is good. 7-0, Ankeny leads here from Ankeny Stadium.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
The kid whose name rhymes with Kevin, it's Devin Akers. Plays track and basketball. He'd like to play football in college. Tonight, it was announced he's still undecided. You ask him, he's still kind of waiting for a few offers to kind of see how he ends up. Maybe he did receive an offer from Minnesota State on Sunday night. We'll see how that one shakes out. The kickoff goes back of the end zone from Ryan Harrington, who also had the extra point, 7-0. Austin Oliver, you only have one play to digest. You're going to get more time than Tim is here if this continues.
Well, I think everybody thought they were going to come out with a run, but they went right to the pass and definitely just sat back there in the pocket and just threw a dime out there for the touchdown. Pretty impressive start to the game.
Hawks come out on defense now. Here comes Wash. They're led by their sophomore quarterback, Grady McGuire. You'll also see Mason Balls, Nicholas Riley, Monty Beard, Jaquari Willis, Brock Davis, Landon Mitzvalski, all going to get time. 4 receivers to the left. And it's a quarterback keeper up the middle. and that is actually Monty Beard. So call it a Wildcat, call it what you want, but pickup of 6 on the play. Dylan Doherty makes the stop. Gain of 7 on the board, second down.
Hazy comes in playing the end position. Leo Aguirre has played another senior out there, coming out after basketball, just want to have some fun, and he's had a great season playing that defensive end.
So Monty Beard again lines up at the quarterback position. A couple of Hawks on the line showing pressure. Beard runs right side, gets near the first down, and he will get across the 30 to the 32-yard line. That is enough for a touch or a first down tackle by Jeremiah Peters.
Flag on the play in the backfield. Holding call against Kennedy, which will repeat, second down.
So taking a look at Beard, he's really only been a receiver, at least in what we have seen, but he's getting definite action tonight here at that running back position, or that quarterback position.
Looks like McGuire's back in. We saw earlier during warm-ups looked like he tweaked his knee a little bit. He came up limping, so I don't know if that's due to the running game or if they just want to try and see if they can loosen up that Hawk defense. They can establish some movement on that offensive line.
Those 2 carries by Beard were his first 2 carries of the season. Now back at quarterback is Grady McGuire. The 6-foot sophomore stands back after the penalty, which was against Wash, the quick throw out. It's caught on the far sideline and then not much further. The catch was made by Mitzvalski, and the tackle again, Dylan Doherty, who's been crashing from that end position.
That landed Mitzvalski with the senior out there. 20 catches on the season coming into this game.
7-0 Ankeny after the one-play drive. Wash has been struggling to run the football. They've come out in 2 runs and had a first down. They go back with a single setback behind McGuire. It's a rollout, throw, and it's caught at the 20. Little shake and bake. Coming up for the tackle is Nolan Dalton. Go with your gut, Paul. Go with your gut every time. Catch is made by Will Barnes, but it's going to be well short of the first down marker, so it'll be 4th and 6, and it'll be punt time for the Warriors.
So Washington likes to run that no tight end set, spread formation. It looks like they like to run McGuire as a rollout quarterback, so we'll see if they go back to that later on.
The guy who seems to do everything, David Fasten, back at the 10 to punt. Great kick. High over end. Bounces in front of Erlmeyer at the 47 and is downed right at midfield. Initially touched by Aaron Budakoffer.
Yeah. And for the families over in Cedar Rapids, we apologize for any mispronunciations. We haven't done a game with Cedar Rapids, Washington yet, so we're not as familiar with them, so we will do the best we can.
And I had a lot of the names pronounced, and I mislooked in the wrong spot of where I had that one. So my apologies. Cedar Rapids, Washington, one of 4 schools in the Cedar Rapids Metro public side. Then you have Xavier on the private side. Hawks go with a formation of 2 receivers to the right. Hankus in the backfield with Anderson. It's the give to Caden. And he's going to plow ahead for a couple of yards before he's tackled by Wickham. Josiah makes the stop after a gain of 3.
Generally, Cedar Rapids Washington likes to play that 3-4 defense, bringing one of the linebackers up on the line. Looks like a 4-man front.
Hard snap count, I think, is going to get the penalty flag on Wash. The 2 linebackers kind of cheated up. Hawks do the same thing. And a lot of teams have done that, Tim. Is it the linebacker? Is it the designed DN? What is it?
Oh, for the jump, I think the offense wants us to get the hard count, then they don't really run a play. Looking at seeing what the defense changes, look to the sideline for a play change. But, yeah, we're seeing that just people getting amped up, especially early in the game, jumping on that first hut.
Penalty makes it 2nd and 2. Hankus is wrapped up right at the point of the handoff, and his tackle is made by Young, Tyson Young.
Big junior in there. So, yeah, good tackle there. So, brings up a 3rd and 2 now. First third down opportunity for the Hawks here. See if this defense will blitz the quarterback. Mainly it's gap control because they're probably going to run the ball here.
Hankus is next to Anderson. They throw quickly out to Erlmeyer. It's caught, and he is near the first down, reaches out right at the last moment. And I think he's going to likely get that. Mitzvalski and Beard there for the tackle. Actually, they're going to say he's...
They didn't indicate yet, so
okay,
the official here has his right foot down, which means he's closer, but they haven't moved the down marker.
But the white hat just said first down.
That is
okay,
correct.
The chains are they're coming. All right, there we go. It's a team on the field, too.
Yeah.
Up to the outside goes Hankus, and he doesn't get much more than a yard, maybe 2, before Brock Davis shoves him out of bounds on that far sideline. Also in there is Fasten. And in the ballpark is Mitzvalski.
Yeah, we'll probably talk a lot about Brock Davis and also Josiah Wickham is one of the leading some of the leading tacklers on the team.
Before the play, there is a penalty flag. Wash lines up offsides. So that's at least 10 yards in penalties against Wash early on. 7:55, 7-0 Ankeny. Wash was able to get a first down on their opening possession, then punted it away. Hawks scored on one play. Daniel Larmy goes right up the middle, squirts his way through. He's into the secondary. Stiff arms one tackler and takes... But Kofer is the tackler.
Good blocking on the inside. Summerfield getting a seal block, also creating that opening in the middle.
Gain of 14 on the play, up to the 21-yard line for the Hawks. They again go Larmy. Ducks in, and then 2 white shirts combine. Wickham and Young. Wyatt Young, who has 17 tackles on the season, keeps it to no gain. Anderson, hard count. Then the line looks to the side, see if they change the play or stay with it. 20 seconds on the play clock, lots of time to assess. Heck the snap, Larmy the handoff. And Daniel is going to be well short of the first down. Good stop right there, Brock Davis. You did say, Tim, we're going to say Davis's name a lot.
Yeah, Davis plays an outside linebacker position, but he plays up close to the line, so he's keying on the running back, trying to take away that dive play that they run there. They're really coming off tackle there. So now they get him behind the chains a little bit, see what this defense dials up.
3 receivers to the right, Larmy also on the right side of Anderson. They go Larmy on 3rd and 6. He cuts it back in and gets close to the 10-yard line, which would be close to a first down before Wickham and his 17 tackles make the tackle. But the Hawks do pick up enough for the first down.
Nice job by AJ.
No, they're going to say he's short.
He's short
4th and 1.
Big block. I was going to mention that Heck got the big kick-out block that allowed him to pick up 8 yards. So going for it here on 4th down.
Hawks inside the red zone. Larmy up the middle, darts through, runs over the official, falls backwards into the end zone, and in there for a touchdown.
Nice seal block again by the tight end, Carson Summerfield, who went in there. Also seal block by the back judge coming in there, allowed him to get the end zone, but good balance there by Larmy. A lot of carries on this drive here to score the touchdown.
You'll see on the replay how the back judge, was basically pinned, and Larmy just kind of used him as a bounce pad, really.
As a screen
kind of
play.
reverses, as a screen almost. On to attempt the extra point is Harrington out of the hold of Kinnick Voss. The kick is up, and it is good. Hawks 14, Warriors 0. We've played 5:54 from Ankeny Stadium.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
9-play, 51-yard drive, took 3:19 off the clock, ended in a Daniel Larmy 12-yard touchdown run. Hawks have run 10 offensive plays and have already quickly racked up some stats here. 123 yards of offense. Harrington's kick is high and back deep. 4 yards deep in the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Washington. But let's go down to Austin Oliver on the sideline. Austin?
Well, I think that's more of what we expected from the first drive from Ankeny. Definitely leaning down the run there. I don't think we had a pass in that series at all, did we, Paul?
Did the Hawks have one? No,
they
no
had one
Oh, yeah, they had the one on the far side
to
the
screen.
To Erlmeyer, the screen.
Exactly. But I tell you what, Washington's center of their defensive line playing really well, too. I thought they kind of stopped those in between the tackle runs, and is when Ankeny got outside the tackles that they started to have some success.
All right, Warriors come back with it, and it is a handoff, and it is a no-go. Samuel Z wraps up the running back, Mason Balls, for a loss. Jeez, that went all the way back to the 14. Loss of 6 on the play.
Yeah, he blitzed from that right side position, from his linebacker position, took it up there. Didn't get blocked at all, so he caught the running back in the backfield. Good heads-up play by Sam Z, keeping his composure in there and not trying to make a big tackle, but just making sure he wrapped up the running back to get him for a loss. So good form tackle by Sam.
McGuire and Balls in the backfield. McGuire to take the snap. Looks to the right side, throws, and then the receiver is quickly dropped on pass coverage by Kinnick Voss. Far sideline catch is made by Jaquari Willis. No gain on the play.
Good read there by Kinnick Voss. Saw the receiver going out there, broke down on the play quickly to make sure he tackled for no loss, so good coverage there.
3rd and 16. Hawks send in Jeremiah Peters and out Manning Allen. Wash had much more success running in that first drive. I don't know if it was out of just they were better at it or just kind of caught the Hawks off guard. But since they've switched back to their regular quarterback, it's been all passes. McGuire runs out of time, has his leg grabbed, and he is not going to make it outside of the 3-yard line. He is brought down all the way back. Andrew Haase is there. And we have a downed Hawk at the 3, at the point. And Connor Kaiser is standing over the player.
Yeah, they brought a 2-man blitz. They had a 3-man down lineman rush, but they brought 2 linebackers, so they overwhelmed the blocking scheme there. But there was a big pile in there, and then players get twisted, so it's always best to err on the side of caution to make sure players are okay.
Austin's trying to tell me. I think he knows who it is. Hold on.
7.
Number 7, so that's Angela Warnow. And Coach McGackey, the defensive coordinator, and head coach Bauer make the long way walk to that far corner. There's a look at Washington. Their games this season, they opened the season with losses to Hempstead, Linn-Mar, Davenport West, and Cedar Rapids Kennedy before winning on the 22nd of September against Jefferson. Then a loss to Liberty, Iowa City West, and Dubuque Senior. And Wernow is up now. Whether no speculation there, but I'm not saying he got the wind knocked out of him. But did you see the NFL Films video this week of the guy who did get his wind knocked out? How he was able to jump up and just kind of talk his way through it. He was able to say just enough to keep himself in the game. And Fasten is halfway in the back of the end zone. High snap. Gets it away. High kick, but short. Fair caught, called for, and taken by Evan Erlmeyer at the 38-yard line. Hawks will have it there. 1st and 10, already leading 14-0.
Kaiser was there. He goes, I almost had a block there. He was kind of kicking himself. He just didn't quite get in there enough to go for the block. So But once again, those losses added up with this field position. They're at their Washington actually the 38-yard line. So awesome field position here for the Ankeny Hawks to start their third drive of the game.
Bunched receivers, a trio to the right side at the numbers. Handoff, Henkes. Goes to that same right side and gets to about the 35-yard line before he's brought down by Josiah Wickham.
They have three pulling linemen there going out to the right, trying to find that kick-out block to create a seam for Henkes to run in. But a good job by the Cedar Rapids defense to hold it to a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 6 from the 34. Anderson takes the snap with time to throw down the right sideline. Henkes wide open at the 15, 10, out of bounds at the 3-yard line before he's tackled by Will Barnes. But that's a great pickup for the Hawks on 3rd down.
Had one-on-one coverage out there, threw behind him a little bit. Great catch. Henkes turned around, spun around, caught it, took it down there to the 5-yard line.
I'll say 5 or 4. Looks like right at the 4. So a gain of 30 on the play. Henkes stays in, gets the handoff. Henkes into the end zone. Touchdown.
Good blocking on the inside there. That whole line there shifted to the right, blocking down as a kick-out block by Summerfield. Creates that lane. Nice cutback. Henkes went right, cut up left, and took up field. So good way to read your blocks up front. Go in untouched.
And it's only fitting. You get the 30-yard pass, you should get the handoff, right, to score the touchdown.
Right. I wonder if he
lobbied the opportunity. Harrington to attempt his 3rd extra point, and he converts it. 21-0 Ankeny, 3:10 to play. You're listening to high school football on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Kickoff is again back into the end zone for a touchback. And Ankeny leads 21-0. Austin Oliver is on the sideline. And Austin, on that play, you saw some run, you saw some pass. What else did you see in a 3-play, 38-yard drive?
Well, it's pretty dominant there. I think one of the other things we've got to think about tonight, too, is that Washington's going to have several players playing both ways. So as this game, goes longer and longer here, they're going to be more and more run down. So I think that's going to be something that's just going to be happening. I fear for a better part of this game. So, I think that's one of the unfortunate parts of the smaller school coming up to 5A just recently as well.
Monty Beard back in at quarterback. He's going to throw, and it's going to be caught, and not much of a gain. Brock Davis, one of those guys that Austin was talking about playing both ways, tackle for Ankeny.
Those little bubble screens out there to the right, just the receiver didn't get the block out there on the cornerback, so it dropped him for a 4-yard loss. So see how long that we have Washington makes the shift here with Montarius Beard at quarterback. Had success running it in that first drive.
And that's one thing Coach Blue talked about. He's like, we just have struggled to run the ball. It's like, I've got my sophomores. I mean, you look at their size, and it's going to be Beard to run, and then there were like 5 maroon jerseys all around him. And going in to make the tackle was Samuel Z.
He's found some success running off the left side there. That seems to be their better portion of their offensive line, getting some good blocks out there. So that might be something they want to stay with, just to stay on the field, to keep that defense off the field for a while there. Let the offense try to get some first downs.
21-0 Ankeny, now under 2 minutes to play, first quarter. McGuire back at quarterback. Beard stays on the field but splits out to the wide side at the numbers. His foot straddles the number 2 on the near sideline. 3 receivers on the other side. 3rd and 8. Man in motion. McGuire from his back foot throws at the down marker, but the problem is I think the catch was made just short at the 29-yard line. That's a nice play on that far sideline. Brock Davis, the junior wide receiver, 4th and about 1, if not half a yard.
Yeah, Zeev there putting a lot of pressure on there, causing a Beard to roll out, but looks like they're going to go for it. They're going to bring the center, put him in under center, the quarterback under center.
Lots of Hawks right there on the line, and McGuire. I think he got it. He might have gotten it. He needed to get to the 30. The far side judge says yes.
Yeah, he put his right foot down, so that should be a first down. He's walking up the left, right. If he gets his last step is his right foot forward, he's got a first down.
And it is enough for Cedar Rapids, Washington, first down. So we talked about the brotherly shove. I got to think of something.
There's nothing behind him. It was just like, I'm going to take this. And the Ankeny came in under the center, so good blocking there and good job by the quarterback getting enough for the first down. That's their first official first down here of the game.
Actually, it's the second. Now, they had one in that first drive, didn't they? 4 receivers to the left.
Holding penalty.
The holding penalty wiped it out. McGuire's time. He's running for his life. He's got Davis, and he's overthrown. McGuire just trying to live for another day. Davis flashed, but the problem was he was open when McGuire had to tuck it and run for his life.
Yeah, I did not see how he got out of that tackle there. So, also seeing Wernow is not back in the game yet. So I think right now we have for Ankeny, Ezekiel Pinks is in there playing the outside linebacker position here on the right side of the defense.
Of those teams that are guaranteed playoff, the last thing they want is to have a player lost for the playoff run. So we just might not see the rest of the night. Handoff up the middle for Washington. Manning Allen, the tackle of Ball. And also in there was Kingston Upabi and Jeremiah Peters. Jeremiah Peters is 50. 51 is Manning Allen. My apologies.
Usually seen here where McGuire has rolled out there, faking the handoff, trying to find something. That's usually where he's finding open lane there. So see if Ankeny wants to bring a linebacker off the edge again like they've done most of the game.
5 in the block, which puts everybody else out. McGuire. And the pocket collapses, and he is going to be sacked.
That's just an all-out blitz there. They brought linebackers up the middle. They brought more people than they had blockers in there. No chance for McGuire to get the ball off, so big sack there. But the officials are discussing something.
Aguirre was there, as well as Connor Kaiser and Pinks. We've played one quarter. Ankeny 21, Cedar Rapids, Washington, nothing. Back in a moment.
Trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Quarter number 2 will open with Cedar Rapids, Washington in punt formation. as you see David Fasten back at his 18. Before the snap, there is a whistle. They must not have been back from TV. Centennial leads Urbandale 14-0 there in the second quarter there from Frericks Field. Johnston, tonight in Sioux City, they're playing East and lead by a field goal 3-0. The games that we're really watching tonight, they are playoff games. Prairie and Iowa City West, City High Bettendorf, Pleasant Valley Linmar, and Cedar Falls Davenport West, all having playoff implications. Fasten's punt is away. Kaiser again gives pressure, but if anything, he altered the efforts, and that thing takes an absolute Ankeny bounce. Josiah Wickham has to cover it up, but not before. That thing went maybe 15 yards on a net, but 5 yards back on the backspin. That looks like your approach with your wedge.
Yeah, if it hits somebody, then or somebody's cart and bounces back. Yeah, I can't do that spin. I need something to help to alter that. But
you would have thought retirement would have helped you out.
I golfed today.
Okay.
I mean, I was at home. If it's going to be in the 60s, I got to put shorts on. It was just a scramble.
I love fall golf. I just haven't played much of it in years, but
I highly recommend it, especially during the week.
Yeah. Back when I worked weekends, oh, man. We hit every North Iowa course we could. Anderson at quarterback. He'll give it to Hankus. Caden is wrapped up right away. And a quick whistle, Will Barnes.
Credit to this Washington defense. The interior line, those third down linemen have done a good job of not getting gapped too often there and controlling the running game. So they've done a pretty good effort.
Randolph and Erlmeyer to the left side. Anderson with time will now throw from his back foot, and it's off the fingertips of his intended receiver, which was Mason Randolph. And coverage for Washington there was Amah and also Barnes.
Listening to Coach Blue here in the pregame and talking about that, he was very impressed with the Ankeny Hawk offensive line. He says they're big, they're disciplined, they do a great job. This will be the best offensive line that they'll probably see all year.
Three receivers to the right, hard snap count for a moment, and then Anderson looks to the side. Daniel Larmy in the game, Erlmeyer, Randolph, and also on that far side is Brandhorst. Before the snap, a whistle and a penalty flag. So the Hawks didn't get it off in time.
One thing I noticed there with the trips out to the right side, that we had Summerfield here lined up. He's the lone tight end here on the left side of the formation. That he had single coverage there. If he did a little out pattern, he was going to be wide open. Something to see later on.
Hayden Carlson in the game on the left side for Anderson. The screen complete to Larmy, who had to go down to a knee to get it. Now, if you go down to a knee and get it, but come back up and catch it,
yeah,
then he wouldn't have been down.
I think they thought his knee was down at the time he caught the ball. It was a little, he floated out there, didn't have as much on there. So we're seeing some sputtering on the offense, even though they were up 21-0. The offense isn't playing as clean. I'm sure Coach is going to talk about that at halftime, that going to get things a little more, tighten up the offensive tempo.
4th and 13 from the 37. Hawks need to get to the 24-yard line on this play. Anderson with time throws it across the middle. It's intercepted. Picked off by Washington. And headed up on that far sideline is a guy who catches the ball on the other side, Brock Davis. So Davis, a return of almost 15 yards up to the 45-yard line. And the Hawks, you could say, punted the ball on 4th down. But again, you're trying to be in playoff shape. Anderson threw it right across I'm not sure who he was throwing it to.
No, he threw it. I think he underthrew it a little bit, but they bring the three-man rush. They got a good rush on him. There's a good pocket there for Anderson, but they bring those 4 linebackers back, and they line up there. They kind of cross, 10 yards deep there, so they covered the field quite well. And good athletic play by Davis, picking it off and taking it back for a return. So get the ball back.
2 men in the backfield for Wash now. McGuire gives the handoff on the RPO. I think that's Balls, and he gets across midfield. Tackled by Connor Kaiser and also Peters. Hazy in there.
Try to see who the up back was. It provides a little more blocking in there, so it's one thing they can do. One thing Coach talked about, Coach Blue, is that can we get some consistency in that running game, take the pressure off the quarterback having to scramble so much. So one of the quarterback's best friends is a good running game.
Willis and Mitzvalski come to the near side. It's going to be a run to Balls, and he's going to get close to the first down but be short. Aguirre, Peters, and Connor Kaiser in there for the tackle. Third and one, under center go the Warriors. Quarterback push, and that time there was a little bit of help from Balls, but it's going to be short. I don't think there's any gain on that play. In fact, the Warriors are lucky to even get it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think they might have lost a little bit. They gave him no gain on that play there, but that was blown up by the defense. That, they got underneath, and that's just a low man wins. Getting underneath your guy, not letting him drive you off the ball. So good defensive effort there to create a no gain there. Playing like the tush push that the Philadelphia Eagles use.
Wyatt Young shaken up on the play for the Warriors. He'll head off. Fasten back to punt. Gets it away. It's going to be a fair catch called for by, different return guy on the punt that time. It is Sam Sandvig. And we'll flip the field and move from the south to the north here. 21-0, 8:54 to play here, second quarter. Ankeny scored on their first play of the game. Just looking for any more offensive Hawks or defensive Hawks who are getting medical attention so far. It's just been the one. Anderson and Hankus. Hankus gets the call and is pretty much hit at the point of contact.
Looks like Tayson Young in there.
Young Young was the first tackler.
Yeah, nice job in there. We're also seeing some newer players in there at tight end. I'm also looking at Nathan Richmond there coming in at a tight end position, so that's going to affect your tempo.
Hawks were on the ball ready to go, and if they would have quick snapped it, there wasn't any defense there. Hankus around the right side. Gets to the, kind of gets into the jet stream, but not enough to get the first down, but it'll be very, very close, maybe a yard short to bring up third down.
That's what Coach talked about. They love that zone blocking there where everybody kind of reaches out, takes the next man over on the right side, and just goes downfield and blocks.
Hankus has the first down into the secondary, where he's brought down by Brock Davis. Hawks go tempo, trying to get some plays, get some reps. Hankus up the middle. Brock Davis again, the tackle. Fasten there. Coming up at halftime, need to make a quick promotion here. Talking cross country, boys and girls cross country coaches. Coach Groff, Coach Lindemann, our guests. Both qualified for state on Wednesday in Ames. Larmy leaps forward inside the 40. I think you could probably give Beard there. And also Wickham may have grabbed him and forced the Superman move from Larmy.
I think they had a knee down before he fell forward, so the ball's back at the 43.
3rd and 1, Larmy is wrestled down by David Fasten. Coach talked a lot about him this week, and he is right. What a fun player.
Yeah. Nice job there. Only a sophomore. So we're going to talk a lot about these players, that they're really quite young on this team, and they're playing quite effort. And here they're going for it on a 4th and 1.
In there to block is Hunter Minner from that fullback offset, and Minner leads the way for Larmy. And also, I think also in there was maybe Sommerfeld.
Good blocking there by Mullison there. Pinched his guy down, created the hole there just enough there for Larmy to get the first down.
Nathan Richmond now on that left side of the line to block. Larmy goes round the left side, fumbles the football, and falling on it is Sommerfeld. He beat Ama to the ball. So Larmy, that's a fumble, and he'll quickly come out. And into the game for his place will be Mason Randolph. Hawks have got a huddle.
Luke Anderson trying to get him to go, create some tempo, clapping there to get the guys up the line and be ready, set to go.
Break the huddle, sprint to the ball. And before Anderson can snap it, there's a whistle, penalty flag. False start on Ankeny.
I thought one of the defensive players was pretty close to the line of scrimmage, but they moved. They weren't in time there because he's going on a quicker count, and they weren't fully set.
Penalty makes it now 2nd and 12, back at the 44. Hawks lead 21-0, approaching 5 minutes to play here, second quarter. Hankus spins around and then is grabbed by Will Barnes. Hawks not running through much after that first contact.
No, the defense is doing a good job with the 3-man line, but they're bringing linebackers up there. Budakoffer's in there. We're seeing several players really playing up that line of scrimmage. But generally it leaves you with single coverage. The center field is wide open.
Twin receivers to the left and right for Anderson. Drops back to pass, now flushes, runs, throws off his back foot. He's got Erlmeyer caught at the 30.
Erlmeyer did a great job there, used his body to shield the defender, keep him behind him. He caught it in the toe tap there right on the hash marks there on the sideline, enough for the first down. So good scramble there by Anderson, rolling to his left to get the ball off downfield.
Great look at the replay there. Jose, our director, all over it. Luke and Reese on camera tonight. Tackle by Beard. Then they go up the middle. Cody Hankus not even touching. He is going to be in the end zone on a 29-yard score. So back-to-back plays of 26 and 29 lead to 6 for Ankeny.
Yeah, rolled off that, off of Dorfler and Spence there on that left side. Created some big blocks there. There was a huge hole for them for Hankus to score.
The extra point is up and good. Ankeny leads 28-0 with 4:11 to play.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hawks on an 11-play, 84-yard drive. Ends in a touchdown. Hankus' 29-yard run after a Pass to Erlmeyer that was good for 26. The kick is a touchback from Ryan Harrington. Our Austin Oliver is down on the sideline. 28-0 is our score, Austin.
Yeah, I think Tim called it out pretty well, kind of in the middle of that drive. That middle of the field is wide open. Washington's been doing a good job of kind of pinching in on those in between the tackles and making a lot of plays there. But once it gets past there, there's not a lot of help out there. I just want to call out, too, we've been talking a lot about the youth on the field for Washington, but just spend a little time in the Washington sideline here. The coaching staff is very, very young as well. And just a lot of enthusiasm, even in scope of where the game's at right now. They're really talking up and coaching up their kids on the sidelines as well.
McGuire hands it off, the sophomore, part of that youth movement. And, Tim, we talked about it in the open. The sophomore can be one of the most rewarding yet frustrating things at the same time.
Yeah, because you don't assume these guys are 16. Sometimes these sophomores are like 15 years old. And they're out there playing against a very mature, senior, heavy junior Hawk team. So I think it's just it's a baptism by fire. They're playing well, but you're looking up, and generally you're giving up usually 20 pounds per player. So it is an uphill battle.
Dowling leads Sioux City North 7-0 as the pass is thrown and complete out to the 24-yard line. Catch is made by Willis, tackle by Kinnick Voss.
Voss probably got away with a little bit of a bump there, but good coverage on the outside. Brings up a third and somewhat manageable with 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 from the 24, under 3 minutes to play here before half. McGuire with 2 men in the backfield next to him. Has a receiver to the right and 2 to the left. Throwing situation. McGuire throws it on the bubble screen. It's caught at the 30 up to near the 30-yard line. Mason Balls caught that one out of the run position. Nolan Dalton comes up to make the stop. And it's a yard short, and Washington comes, and they are going to go for it here.
Yes, with the score like this, I think it'd be good to go. See if they want to do something. If they want to go to the Wildcat again, they've had the up back there. Will Barnes has been playing something like a modified fullback out of that pistol position to see if that creates some blocking there for the tailback.
Fullback, slot back, catch. That guy plays all those positions. They go Balls, and he is not going to get it. And I don't know if that was Aguirre.
It was a fumble, but that was a forward down. I saw Aguirre in there right away in the backfield. Came off. He was right in position. Really went down there and caused some chaos there as he tried to break the tackle. I think he lost the ball there, but lost a couple yards of the play and turnover and downs.
Turnover and downs or fumble. You'll call it both. There it is. Yeah, Aguirre was there first. And then the fumble came out, and I didn't even see who. You're showing me Dalton, so it must have been number 10, Nolan Dalton, who came up with that fumble.
We have Aguirre at 6'1", 221, and he plays bigger.
Yeah. Hawks have it 1st and 10 from the 17. Anderson with 3 receivers to his left. He's going to throw the football with time. Down the middle, wide open. Evan Erlmeyer at the 5, down to the 2. On that quick slant, tackle by Beard, saves the touchdown.
Yeah, there was single coverage there. There's really no center fielded there, so big open field for Erlmeyer. Great pass by Anderson to step up in the pocket and really put some zip on it to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Hawks break the huddle. 1st and goal from the 2. Shovel pass underneath Carson Sommerfeld in for the score. Love the tight end getting in the action, Tim.
Didn't we see the Miami Dolphins run this a couple weeks ago? The little shuttle pass, something that Aaron Rodgers has made famous for. But the tight end gets a 2-yard reception. It is a pass for the touchdown.
What did you say in the open? Yeah. Copy.
Yep.
Everybody copies. Good writers borrow, great writers steal. I think the same can be said for offensive coordinator and coaches. Harrington on again for another extra point. High snap, Voss gets it down. Harrington's kick is up and good. Ankeny 35, Cedar Rapids, Washington 0. A minute 28, continuous clock comes right after this.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
It's our construction sale here at DeArmond Ford Indianola. We're expanding and setting sales records. Check out our Flex Buys, the new way to buy. Save big with a new F-150 XLTs and the new 2024 Edge. Also save on new Ford Explorers and Expeditions. And check out all DeArmond certified used vehicles, all sold with a 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. Find out what.
Ankeny 35, Cedar Rapids, Washington 0. 1 minute, 28 seconds. Harrington's kick again. It's a high one, and it goes in for a touchback. Into the band, which will play one final time for 2023. The marching band, Austin Oliver, is getting ready to do an interview, and you just say, Coach Bauer, what's working in this first half? What do you think, Austin, the answer is to that question?
Well, I think everything's working pretty well for the Hawks. They got some things to still work on. There's been some plays they could probably take a look back on film and see how they could do them a little bit better. But by and large, about as good of a half as you could get for the Hawks.
Ankeny scored on nearly every possession. Had a turnover on an interception on 4th down. Otherwise, they've converted a couple of 4th downs, and I think Wash just jumped. I think the right tackle moved. Sorry, Nate Wright. Calling your name out for that.
We're seeing Jeremiah Peterson there playing that outside linebacker position that normally that we're now played.
Well, and Angelo, remember, was the coaches liked his play. I mean, you remember that game against Centennial. He was outstanding. As the handoff to Balls, who gets to the outside, and he is caught from behind. Jacob Moorfeld comes up for the tackle.
Another one of those seniors playing here on his home field tonight on senior night. It's always a big night for football players, senior night, to see you on that field like, how did this go by so fast?
You only get 9 of them, and they're just like lightning. McGuire throws down. His man is wide open. Oh, boy. Mitzvalski was there. Kinnick Voss may have gotten away with a hold or a PI on that. He had the jersey of his defender. He got beat on that play.
He did. He reached out. Similar to that Monday night game, I think that's when the Giants tried to play, and he had a little bit of tug on there. But, it's not a penalty if they don't call it, right? If you play defense.
Incomplete pass, 3rd and 12. Final 20 seconds here. Wash looks like they're going to try to get one more off before half. Clock at 15. They go handoff. Aguirre is there right at the point of the handoff to Will Barnes, and it goes nowhere. 4th down, but that doesn't matter. That is the end of the first half. Ankeny has really come out and made a lot of drives look easy. They've scored on 5 drives, 5 of 6 drives. Big plays to start the game. They had a drive of 1 and 9 and 3 and 4, but they lead 35-0 at this point. We'll hear from Coach Bauer in just a moment as Austin Oliver makes his way to Coach Bauer, who will be on an airplane early in the morning to go to Muncie, Indiana to watch Central Michigan play in his son Jace. The Fightin' David Lettermans against the Chippewas. Coach Bauer is running away from Austin Oliver because I think he saw some returning players.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to
Coach Walls. Looks like you're going to be doing that interview on the sideline, Austin, before he goes. Don't let the marching band run you over. Oh, we're letting Mrs. Williams do the announcing for that. All right, let's go down to Austin Oliver.
All right, Coach Bauer, 35-0 at the half. Just got a half left of the regular season here.
Yeah.
A lot of things went right. A couple things, some things to work on. What's your message to the guys going into the half?
Hopefully, obviously, we're going to rest some of our starters here. Try to get out here healthy. But if you're on the field, you're playing hard, just keep your focus, no mistakes, So, it should be a good opportunity for our second group to get in and play a lot in the second half.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
As Coach just was talking to a couple of players who have kept on with their high school or their college careers. One of them I see is J.J. Cole. 19:09 to play here at halftime, but that means it's time for an interview. Let's talk cross country. This is high school football on CISN.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
It's our construction sale here at DeArmond Ford Indianola. We're expanding and setting sales records. Check out our Flex Buys, the new way to buy. Save big with a new F-150 XLTs and the new 2024 Edge. Also save on new Ford Explorers and Expeditions. And check out all DeArmond certified used vehicles, all sold with a 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. Find out what's going on at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Here at halftime of our coverage of high school football on CISN, time to talk cross country. Big night on Wednesday, district meets. Both the Ankeny girls and boys cross country teams advanced to the state meet. Coach Groff, let's start with the girls. Ladies first, ran first. Second place finish, tough DCG team. What did you find about that performance that made you smile the rest of the night?
Yeah, our girls ran really well. 5 of our top 7 PR'd, so you can't complain about a day like that. It was great running conditions. They really ran the course just as we planned and just we talked about. So we executed the way we wanted to. DCG is a really tough team. Ames is a tough team too. They get Turk back, and they ran well too. So running with 2 of the best teams in the state, and we showed we can stick right with them. So it was a great day.
Coach Lindeman, your guys, pretty good night too. What'd you think of their performance?
Well, our guys are, all year long we knew we had something special with this crew, and they're coming together at the right time. So, we've had a solid season all along, but really the last 2-3 meets, they've really been clicking on all cylinders. So it's a lot of fun to watch them. It's a lot of fun to watch their confidence grow. They're just doing great things right now. So we're excited for next week.
You both have very strong ones. Quinn, I look at Drew Beeson every time I see her run by. There's not many people ahead of her. What's it like to have a strong one like that for the rest of the girls?
Yeah, I mean, it helps, right? It's big. She pushes at the girls during workouts every day and during long runs. So, a big thing about the state meet is she's gonna have people to run with. You put together all those top girls, and they're gonna help. So they're gonna be good.
John, Ethan Zuber's just been a joy to watch. I'm guessing he's a joy to coach. No, wait, I'm not going to put you on the spot like that. No, but he's a joy to run. Watch run.
He is.
He's an interesting fella. But what does he do for these guys?
Ethan's been phenomenal. He's been fantastic. A lot of people see the times that he's dropping and the places that he's getting, but the Ethan Zuber that a lot of people don't see is the kid that's he's really taken a transformation this year to being a 24-hour athlete. He's locked in on the little things. His vocal leadership, he's been just outstanding with. And I mentioned this last week too to somebody, but what people don't see is he's the kid, after the meet's over and everybody else is off in their car, he's on the bus cleaning up the bus for the bus driver. I mean, he's that kind of kid. He's doing those kind of things and it's paying off. So we're excited to see what he can do next week.
And I like to give him a hard time. He has a fun personality that's infectious.
He really does. Absolutely.
And the rest of your team, let's get into a little bit. Ike Smith, Isaiah, I understand is what I'm supposed to call him. Jake Bosch, Nick Roby, Tate Brownsberger, Aiden Farrell, and Abel Squires. I want to focus on Nick Roby for a minute. This is a kid that started JV as the year has gone on. What has Nick meant as he has progressively gotten better as the year has gone on?
Just to see his confidence growing. And, yesterday he dropped, he's a top 3 fastest kid in Ankeny history. I mean, that's the kind of time drops he's had this year, which is just absolutely unreal. And to see his confidence growing, I think that just goes to show you that when these kids get confidence and start, trusting in what they're doing. And, the talent's always been there for Nick. And he's also a kid that's involved in a lot of different things. He's in show choir and he's in band and he's in all these, and he does such a great job of balancing all those different activities. And he's just been fun to watch. And his first comments after last night are, "I'm not done yet. I'm going to keep going." So it's been a fun ride.
And Quinn, with the girls, I look at Sophia Graber as she progresses each year, and then I look at McKenna Medetsky, and it's all right. We are in the middle of schools sessions, and that's the way interviews go. And so my apologies on that one, folks. But Sophia Graber, Ainsley Keene, Gwen Briggs, Reagan Pendergrast. I mean, these girls have all, I guess in cross country, it's all about pack. They're usually all right together. How have they gelled as a team and done for you?
Yeah, they train as a pack, they run as a pack, and I've been emphasizing that for over a year now, is we got to run as a pack. And when we run as a pack, we do better. We carry each other along, and that's been our toughest piece to our team. Last night I was looking from first meet to the meet last night, and I mean, we got PRs over a minute from our top girls, which is huge, right? I said at the beginning of the year when our girls were pack running, we were high 19s, low 20-minute team, and I told them, I said, by the end of the year, we can be low 19s, and that's where we're at right now. So when that secondary pack there is in those low 19s, that can place you really high at state. So I think expectations going into next week are really high, and it'll be fun to see what they can do.
So is this is your strategy now here for the next week before Fort Dodge to accelerate, deaccelerate? How you keep them sharp, Quinn?
Yeah, we want to keep the legs fresh. We'll do some quick stuff here and there, but we want to make sure that we're fresh and ready to go for the weekend.
We've kept you so silent. Your lights have gone off. That's the way that's gone.
Yeah.
John, same question to you. I'm guessing kind of keep them as fresh as you can.
Our motto these last few weeks has been, why mess with what's working? And what we're doing right now is working, and we're going to stay the course. Just keep doing this. Just keep doing what we're doing. A lot of kids get pretty anxious and nervous during championship racing season. They try to do something different, something special, and I just told our guys, just just keep doing what you're doing, stay the course. If they remember that this is just another cross country meet and the guys they're racing are mortal, it's going to be a good outcome for us. So,
and both of you have run on this course this year. And Quinn, I guess let's just do a quick program plug. Who is talk about number of seniors and number of girls that are out, and plans moving forward.
Yeah, we got one senior in that top 7 that'll be running at state, Gwen Briggs. She's been doing great all year, so I'm excited to see how she finished her career. The other 4 seniors have been awesome to the team. They've been out for 4 years and working their butts off, and they had a tremendous last race last week at conference, and so can't be happier for them. Right now we're about 35 girls on the team, so we're down this year a little bit, but we had a tight knit group, and that's it's good culture to be around. So. Numbers aren't always everything, but obviously, we would love to have more people join our crew. So,
and John, your group, a lot of seniors too.
We do, and I guess one thing that kind of Quinn touched upon it is our group, and we always talk about how this is not just a group of 1 kid or 3 kids or 5 or 7 that qualifies for the state meet. This is a team effort, and it takes all 60 kids. Firing on all cylinders to have this kind of success we've had this year. And I'm a big believer in that. I'm a big believer that every guy on our team has a role. And if all those guys are fulfilling their roles to the best of their ability, we're going to do good things. And, we had some awesome seniors this year that have led the way for the last 4 years doing some good things. Jake Dahmer, Noah Yeager, Quinn Dow, some of those guys have just put in all the work over the last 4 years, just showed all these guys, the right way to do things, and that gets contagious and good things happen.
And you have both have contingents that follow you at districts, and you hope you follow them at state, and many other people will continue to follow. And I appreciate your guys' time. And hopefully, I look at the weather. I don't see any snow in the forecast for next week. I know that's been an issue in those prep days in the past. So Quinn Groff, John Lindeman, boys and girls cross country coach, thank you guys for joining me here at halftime.
Appreciate your time, Paul. Thank you.
All right, our halftime show continues right after this.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Halftime, Ankeny leads Cedar Rapids, Washington 35-0 here in this Class 5A regular season finale from Ankeny Stadium here on CISN. Tim Halber, Paul Yeager. We'll have Austin Oliver in just a little minute as he waits out Coach Blue to come out of the locker room, changing area. Speaking of locker room, on the north end, we've been able to see as the year has progressed the end zone project going in on the north side. That's going to be the team areas at last check, that was not going to be ready for next season for football, at least at the beginning of the year. Probably track of the next spring. We'll see how construction goes. But it's a long way to the locker room for Ankeny, but I think they were kind of moving along. You heard Coach Bauer say we're going to try to get some twos in here. The big goal is to just not have an injury.
True, that you always worry about that injury, but you want to have you guys play, kind of work up a sweat, play a really football game, something meaningful. If you're only in there for a quarter or two, but at least play meaningful snaps so you stay sharp for next week.
Well, who stood out to you?
I thought Anderson played well in offense. I think he did a good job. Both, Hankus and Larmy playing well at the receiver positions. I thought, the big Akers here, we haven't seen him in a while, but he looks healthy, so he blew the top off it. So he's done well. Linebackers, Aguirre, we talk about them. Kaiser played well. So I think the whole defense is really playing, making some big stops.
For Cedar Rapids, Washington, 30 yards of offense. They had some success running the ball, but you have to take off for penalties, and you have to take off for bad plays. So really better gross stats than net stats as the night's gone on. But what have you seen from Wash that's been positive?
Their running games went pretty well. They put the fullback in there. There used to be a fullback or the up back or the blocking back, whatever you want to call it. They've had some success running that there. They don't need to pass the ball. Defense, that interior defense has played really well, those interior three linemen. So they're pushing up there. When they bring that many people up there, it opens up the passing game down the middle.
We're going to have continuous clock in this second half. So this is about building for Wash, and it's about getting playing time here tonight for Ankeny, right? Is that what you see as the second half storyline?
That's what I see. That it's going to go pretty quickly.
Yeah, exactly. It will go pretty quickly. We're going to wait on Coach Blue, and have we seen them come out yet? So, no, we're going to take a quick break. We'll take a quick break, Jose. And 35-0 is our halftime score. We'll take a look at other scores, give you quick stats in a moment. Second half when we return here on CISM.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Halftime, 35-0, Ankeny leads. Take a look at other scores. Centennial leads Urbandale 21-0. Johnston 24, Sioux City East 0. Prairie leads Iowa City West 21-0. Southeast Polk going in the break was up 40-0 on Des Moines Lincoln. City High leads Bettendorf 20-0. Linmar and Pleasant Valley tied at 7. And Austin Oliver, I think, are you there? Let's. You're waiting on Coach. Sorry, I thought I saw you with a coach. Cedar Falls leads West 14-0, and Dowling leads Sioux City North 15-0 there in the second quarter. Let's go to Austin Oliver.
Hey, Coach Blue, obviously the score's not where you want it, but I saw some positive things from your team. Interior, your defensive line played really well, stopped some of those middle of their line runs, an interception in the first half.
Yeah.
Last half of the regular season for you guys, what were your thoughts at halftime?
We made a few mistakes on some coverage stuff. I'm real happy with how we're playing the run for the most part. We just told them, hey, just keep playing, keep competing. How hard can we compete those last 24 minutes and see what that can do leading into next year.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching your team's enthusiasm, the coaching staff's enthusiasm too. The youth is coming through, but building some things for you guys for sure.
Well, yeah, this is really these kids' first time coming down to this neck of the woods. It's a little different down here than it is up north. So they've had their eyes woken up. So it's actually probably a good thing we're seeing this kind of competition, because if you want to be good, these are the teams you got to beat, and these are the teams you got to be able to compete with. So it's actually kind of a good lesson in a way. But they're good kids. They're going to keep competing, and just hopefully we can get a few things going in this last half and just end on a positive note.
Absolutely. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you very much, Austin, down there on the sideline all season long. Thank you. Coach Blue, former Co-Hawk. Played at UNI and then, or was at UNI and then went to and played there. And we were discussing earlier this week, I said, what is it with you 5A coaches all spread out from the Iowa Conference, now the American Rivers? You have Brad Zelenovich, who played at Simpson. You got a couple of the coaches at Centennial that played at Wartburg.
Yeah.
Then you have, there's another co-coach, the coach at Waterloo West, played at Loris. That's the thing, Tim, that, I mean, you and I, Jeff, understand the value of that D3. Some kids hear D3 and think it's an insult to them. It's a pretty darn good level of football.
Yeah, I watched the homecoming game last week, and, Wartburg going up there and taking on who they played last week?
Dubuque.
Dubuque, yes. And then Dubuque had an early lead on them. They had the lead at halftime, so I think it's really good. It's really good disciplined football. I think these guys would be surprised if they get up there. So, yes, we're famous graduates from a D3. So, yeah, they're scattered throughout it was nice thing about the privates when you go there and look at them. Shout out to them is that a lot of those graduates stay locally. They do help, the economy and looking at being great professionals. So it's great to see the success.
And we always talk about the love of the game. You really have to love it to keep playing it, even at the big level, too. It's a job up there. Cedar Rapids, Washington, 20 yards. Oh, Austin, come on. There are no Central graduates here. Easy there, pal. How can I forget the Dutch? That's where Austin went. Ankeny passing 165, rushing 113, total 278. Wash 20 passing, 10 rushing. Beard 2 carries, 12 yards. That's your highlight there. Balls 6 for 18 for Ankeny. Hankus 12 touches, 66 yards and a score. 1 catch for 30 yards. And Larmy 9 carries, 47 yards. Receiving, Erlmeyer 3 for 53, and Akers his 1 catch tonight, 82 yards, helps the average there. Harrington to kick it off to start the third quarter, and that's going to be just like all the other ones, and a touchback. We'll start quarter number 3 with the offense for Cedar Rapids, Washington, who, by the way, I had a chance to be on the field pregame, and I've seen highlights with Wash. I love their uniform look. The old New York Giant look.
Yes, it does. Yeah, if you're watching at home, yeah, it does look like the New York Giants out there playing the Washington Commanders. The Ankeny colored uniforms.
That's right. They've gone more to that, little more in that color scheme, like the old Hogs. That's really good. Did you say Hogs in the warm-up?
I did.
In the
early,
stand-up?
Really early in the broadcast.
Yeah. 35-0 as we begin quarter number 3, and it starts like the first half. Monty Beard will take the snap. He'll get around the right side and get in the secondary and pick up first down on the very first play from the drive as Owen George makes the tackle for the Hawks. And already we're not even seeing Kaiser's not out there, Doherty's not out there.
You have pretty much a whole new second unit defense out there, so they're going to have to get up the game speed pretty fast. They can't be giving up 10 yards at a pop.
1st and 10 from the 31, gain of 11, 11:20 to play. Beard will fake the throw and then run. Nice move, and he's tackled after another big gain. Andrew Haase makes the stop up at the 42-yard line.
You're going to have to learn to keep your feet. They're going to be challenging, and then this quarterback. They'll probably use a 2-quarterback system out here because McGuire is out there, but he's lining up as receiver on the right-hand side of the formation, so he still is out there. Can be a threat.
I want to see a double pass.
Yes.
Let's see that as McGuire is bunched up to tree. I think the Hawks are a little confused on what's going on here, and missing the 1 tackle, then coming back in was...
Is that Pinks out there?
It was, it's 53. I had to take 3 looks at that. Tristan Hill, I think. That can't be right. He's an offensive lineman. No, it is Tristan Hill, 53. Samuel Z comes back out there, plays that middle position. Also next to him is at Owen George. Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 8 from the 44. Back in is McGuire. McGuire hands it off to Balls, and he stood up at the line of scrimmage. Owen George is there. And also, last off the pile, Samuel Z, along with Tristan Hill.
They've had some success out there with Barnes up there as a lead back, creating some running room for Balls there to get there. But they're getting some positive yards, so they're coming out with some tempo. I think that's what Coach wants to see, is that can these guys come out and play hard regardless of the scoreboard, and it's a learning experience for Washington.
McGuire, hard snap, finally takes it. He'll boot out. Throw on the run, caught at midfield. Nice play there, and then drop down inside the 40. The pass is complete. Tackles made by Owen George, complete out to Will Barnes. Big play there for Wash. Great boot action. The reverse rollout, here's the replay.
Yeah, Sandvig coming there, pressure from the outside, but quick enough. McGuire rolling out there, getting rid of the ball there before they can catch up to him. Sandvig playing more, maybe that hawk position here, something new for him.
First and 10 from the 36. Wash, one of their best drives of the game. Throw out to the far sideline is caught and then dropped. Catch is made by Mitzvalski, and the tackle made by, Ben Taylor, the junior.
I saw balls coming out there. I thought, are they going to see a hook and ladder? But the tackle came quickly. That would have been, if you had hook and ladder in your bingo card, that would have been maybe a winner.
That is a classic 90s play. Gain of 6. 1 to the right, or 1 to the left, 2 to the right. McGuire's supposed to send a guy in motion. I think he missed the signal. Here comes some heat. McGuire steps up front of him. He's got a lot of room down the left sideline. He's at the 15, close to the 10-yard line before he's ushered down to the ground.
Good running there. McGuire came in with 109 yards rushing on the season, so good job. When the blitz happens there, the blocking pushed him to the outside. He had a wide open field in front of him, and he was smart enough to tuck it and run. Picked up over 20 yards for the first down.
Ahmad Fouad, the tackle. Now it's inside on a gain of 20. Wash now cracks 100 on the total yards of offense here. Handoff Balls, and he's dropped. Andrew Hazy there, as well as Easy Pinks and Samuel Z.
Good job of the linebackers reading the run play there, keying on that, not letting him getting a first down. Basically, for a no gain, creates a 2nd and goal.
Hunter Minner, who's been used as a blocking back. Now, he was called up to varsity as a freshman to play defensive line. That's where he's at right now. 2nd and 10. Actually, 2nd and goal from the 10. McGuire throws, slant, caught, touchdown, Washington. Landon Mitzvalski gets the Warriors on the board at 6:38.
That's his 2nd TD of the season. A nice job by Grady McGuire sitting there in the pocket, sitting his feet, looking at his receiver and delivering, stepping forward. So it was a good delivery there. Pass play from McGuire to Mitzvalski. So getting on the board here, getting the goose egg off the board.
On to attempt the extra point, Catherine Anderson, the senior, out of the hold of Beard. Kick is low, line, and good. All it needs to do is go over that bar and inside that high thing. 35-7. Ankeny has the lead, 6:38 to play, 3rd quarter.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Washington of Cedar Rapids scores on their first drive of the second half. Logan Barton to kick it off. And it's going to be taken at the 3. Up towards the 10, 15-yard line. Still on his feet, still driving, still moving forward. For the Hawks, Gavin Wise on the return of 28 yards to the 29. He took it at the 1. Austin Oliver's down there. And Austin, what do you know?
Well, I mean, I guess we got to see what that Washington offense kind of looks like. They've been running that spread formation pretty much the whole night, but we kind of finally got a chance to really see what it looks like, and it didn't look too bad. Lots of running lanes in there for Washington, as well as that slant pass for the touchdown as well.
Well, the first team offense, at least Anderson, Larmy, I see Sommerfeld out there. They go Larmy around the right side, and he's going to get hit right at the 30, and not much further.
Try to kick it out there
Wickham
behind Mullis there. To get
and Balls were there, yep.
You want to see your offense get some tempo here. Second half, they're coming out of the locker room. Probably play one series here, but see some positive.
Handoff, boy, and Larmy's, a couple of times he has just like escaped, kind of like Pacheco for the Chiefs. You know how he runs so hard and has like some of that momentum after he's tackled? It's kind of like it's got that spring-like coil to him.
Yes, he's got a lot of fast twitch, track athlete.
3 receivers to the left for Anderson. He's going to throw it. 3-step drop with time across the middle. He's got a man. It's caught. Andrew Brandhorst, the sophomore, down to the 41-yard line, and then on the tackle and still on the ground is the Washington player. I think that's Beard.
I think he just came down awkwardly on that tackle.
And there was an initial call for everybody, and yeah, it is Beard. He has his face down right there on the turf. While they do a quick assessment here, he is moving, and he's going to get up here. So I'm going to run through scores. City High leads Bettendorf 20-0. Pleasant Valley leads Minmar 14-7. Now let me give you a little bit reason why those two games have significance. Bettendorf and Pleasant Valley are both ahead of Ankeny in the Iowa High School Athletic Association RPI. And if you look at things, the way things could fall, if both would win, they still would remain in that 3-4 slot. If Bettendorf were to lose, that could free up, that could change some things in some place. So we're going to keep watching.
Upper slots could move, definitely.
Yep, very interesting tonight. 1st and 10 from the 41. Larmy runs, passes, everybody, darts another one, escapes another tackle down to the 20-yard line before Malachi Ama makes the stop. Pickup of almost 20, 17 on the play.
Yeah, Beerath out there. Mullis out there going to get some good blocks. Lucas Beerath, one of the youngsters on the offensive line. He's only a junior. Straight drive blocking out there. Not much of no traps out there, but basically following your big lineman.
Coach Blue talked about Larmy and Hankus are just even. I mean, they really were. Passes quickly caught around the left side by Mason Randolph before he's tackled by Mason Balls.
Something to notice here, you think, get your starting offense out there, but we're talking about Brandhorst, Randolph, Erlmeyer, Hankus, Larmy. These are all underclassmen. They're really going to play quite well.
Budakofer actually makes the tackle on that play after a gain of 5 up to the 14. Anderson quickly gives it to Larmy at the 15, gets to the near sideline before he's tackled inbounds by Brock Davis, the junior, 5'11". So when you look at the youth movement, Tim, for both of these teams, it can be something to build on. That was very interesting to hear Coach Blue say out of the locker room there with Austin Oliver. Like, this is my guys getting a chance to see this kind of football in person that they don't normally get to do. Now, Washington had been a class below in that 4A, and this is 5A football now as Larmy gets the handoff. Inside the 10, 5 makes his way to the end zone and into the pay dirt for another score.
That's what you're talking about, those quick twitch muscles there. He got out there, then he leans forward. He gets an extra yard or two even after the hit, so he's always leaning forward. But good run, good blocking there by that starting offensive line of the Hawks.
Hawks made a little better effort to break through that first point of contact, which was a struggle. Wash was making great open field solo tackles in that first half. On to attempt the extra point is now Braxton Bergman. The kick is up and good. Ankeny back to a big lead. 42-7, 3:40 to play here in the third quarter.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done fast.
Ankeny goes down and scores after giving up a score, and they lead Wash 42-7. The kick is taken at the 5-yard line, and Balls escapes out to the 20 to about the 22-yard line before he's downed. Allen is there as well as Owen George. Austin Oliver is our guy down on the sideline.
Yeah, Laramie just really exerting his will out there, and Ankeny just pretty much just drove that right down the field, right behind the legs of Laramie. Not much else to say on that, 42-7.
It's been a game that was very interesting here to just kind of see how these two teams come out, and absolutely lots of fight for Wash right now as they trail 42-7 with 2:53 to play. McGuire throws, and it's caught up at the 40. And the catch is made by Ama.
Yeah, nice play catch. Nice job of McGuire. He gets back there. Quarterbacks need to set their feet, and when you're stepping forward, stepping into your throw, he's got a nice delivery, nice tight spiral on there. So when he has time, he's got a good delivery as a very good athletic quarterback. We've seen by his running and passing today.
First down up to the 40. 2:11 to play. Handoff Balls left side. He's reaching for that edge, and then he is going to be grabbed by Upabi for no gain.
Kingston out there, another junior. We're going to see this, we highlighted the seniors earlier on, but there's a very strong junior class sitting here for Ankeny Hawks that's going to be back next year. They're just going to reload. They're not going to have to rebuild as much.
Well, but there's a couple of seniors that stand out as going to be tough to fill. But we'll worry about the 23 campaign right now. McGuire ducks under, tucks it. He's approaching midfield before he's wrangled down like a cowboy. Like a calf that had gotten loose. Tristan Hill makes the lasso. think Coach Blue was underselling his ability to run the football.
Yeah.
They've had good success tonight. I mean, coming into the game, stat-wise, Coach Blue's probably right. 1.7 yards per carry. Ankeny, by the way, counters with 4.9. 3rd and short, toss to Balls, left side. He's got the first down across midfield before he's brought down by Sammy Sandvig. Samuel makes the tackle there. And Easy Pinks.
You see that spread offense, but they come in there, with that up back with Will Barnes. He's getting a kick-out block just enough for Balls to pick up the yards, and he leaning forward there, delivers a hit, gains an extra yard to ensure the first down. So, good tempo again. They're coming back out like they did at the first drive of the second half.
Final play of the third quarter likely here, 42-7. Ankeny in the lead. McGuire out of the gun. Hands off, Balls, and really not much of a gain. There first is Zupabi.
Yeah, Pinks in there as well.
And Pinks as well. So Pinks has been a guy that we've seen progress in his playing time as the year has gone on. We'll talk about him when we return in the fourth quarter. Ankeny leads on senior night 42-7.
It's our fall savings event now at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. Selling all new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Rams. Incredible savings on the new Chevy Silverado and Sierra 1500. Save big on new Chevy Equinox. Get up to $10,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s. New Jeep Gladiators up to $10,000 off MSRP. And new Grand Cherokees with 10% off MSRP. It's the fall savings event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville.
West of 16.
Quarter number 4 in high school football, Class 5A on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Ankeny leads Washington of Cedar Rapids, 42-7. Warriors went down and scored on their first drive in the second half. McGuire runs with the football. Penalty flag comes out. McGuire will just get out of bounds. He'll have some help, though, from Samuel Z. Let's check the flag. I'm guessing it's in the area, and it is, of holding. Hey, we need to check a couple of scores. Centennial leads Urbandale 34-3. Johnston 24, Sioux City East 0. Prairie leads Iowa City West 28-8. Prairie, from my understanding, was with a backup quarterback tonight from what Ankeny had played them a couple of weeks ago. City High leads Bettendorf, and maybe one of the biggest surprises, at least to me tonight, 28-0. Pleasant Valley leads Linn-Mar at the half 14-7. Cedar Falls leads Davenport West 30-8. And Dowling in front of Sioux City North 22-6.
So a lot of these are like playoff qualifiers. We've got teams such as Linn-Mar led as RPI. They were 15th. Loss could knock them out of the playoffs. What's that do? There's a team called Valley that we talked about. If they won, they could come in with a 4-5 record based on who they played throughout the season.
I think they're pretty much all but assured a playoff spot. They were at Marshalltown tonight, 2nd and 8 from the 43 after the penalty. McGuire, here comes the screen. Caught at the 40. Nice sidestep there by Willis. And he's out of bounds. No, he's inbounds, but downed. Looks like Makai Johnson was up there for Ankeny. And
Sandvig as well. Sandvig there playing. I see Sandvig. He plays a safety position. It looks like he's groomed. He's a 6'1", 175-pound junior. He's groomed to be probably that next Hawk type, backer because he's been playing close to the line tonight. So he might be looking at that as a possible future position for him. He's over here playing on the side.
And you're talking about which guy?
Sam Sandvig.
Oh, Sandvig, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's possible. His brother played that corner position as well. In the secondary, McGuire lets it fly. He's got a guy caught at the 33-yard line. That's a great play on the far sideline.
Yeah,
Tackle there by Pinks.
McGuire here on the left hash, threw it across the field to the right, put her up there. Nice tight spiral moving the ball. So The offense hasn't had any quit here. I think he's looking to Coach Lawrence and say, here's our offense. Let's run it. Let's perfect it. This is all growing here. And for a lot of these seniors tonight, for Cedar Rapids, this is their last game. So they're going to put it out there.
the great pickup on that play. 1st and 10 from the 31. Quick throw out again, this time to Willis on the near side. Inside the 30 before he's tackled by Tristan Westemeyer.
Jakari Willis, one of those senior players for the coach there, playing well.
And let's go back. We'll go back to the Sandvigs in a moment. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 from the 27. Quick slant pass is caught, and that's a race to the end zone, and that is another Warrior touchdown. Landed. Mitzvalski, a score for Cedar Rapids, Washington.
Yeah, great job by McGuire there, sitting there. Quick, kind of a skinny look in there. He took it there. Mitzvalski cut it back to the outside and got the touchdown. Mitzvalski's having a great night here with this, 4 catches on the night. And a touchdown.
At the 9:30 mark, Logan Barton on to attempt the extra point. Last time we had Catherine Anderson, female place kicker. Now we have Logan.
We had a whistle on the field prior to the snap. I don't know if it is a no play.
Correct. No, they just reset the play clock. Barton's kick is blocked. Combination of Sandvig, Taylor, and Mackay Johnson. 42-13, 9:30 to play. This is high school football on CISN.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Cedar Rapids, Washington, now with 13 points, trail 42-13. Kick is a touchback. Hawks will have it from the 20. Austin Oliver's down on our sideline here. Austin, you've been lots of action.
I got the ball right now.
Good thing you're earning your keep.
Exactly,
he was open.
Exactly. I think the thing that I kind of take it from the second half of this game is, where's Washington going to be at next year and the year after that? They've got a lot of kids that are going to be, coming into their own. This offense looks like it can work. I think Coach Blue's got to have pretty excited about the competition that they've had here in the second half.
All right, Austin, thank you very much. New quarterback for the Hawks. They bring out Jed Each, the junior. Tim called that one in the break. Before the snap, we have a whistle and a penalty flag. So playoff teams will be known tonight, but playoff pairings and pods, it's against Ankeny, will come out tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you're curious, Tim.
I am.
Everybody's B-reels just went off, so y'all have to do that. As the pass is broken up, and nearly, if would have caught Wyatt Young would have caught that one on the fly. That's a pick six.
They had Jack Dorfler lined up here on the right side, almost like a wide-out tight end. Trying to set that double screen. He would create a large screen out there, being that you don't normally see a tackle lined up that far.
And those are the greatest. Hawks take a timeout at 9:25. 42-13. is our score. So the playoff scenarios would play out. Given how this Bettendorf and PV business is handled out, that's going to kind of mess up some of this scenario from the night. Because say City High would advance, they would be coming into tonight. City High was ranked 10th according to the Iowa High School Athletic Association. So you were in a top 10 game in the RPI with City High at 10 and Bettendorf at 3. So that would be, again, just an upset there. But the predictions from what I had seen was thinking maybe City High might be at, say, 15th and Bettendorf at 4th. That's assuming Bettendorf would win. But the thing that the Athletic Association, rematches are not a factor. It becomes travel distance as handoff goes to Larmy, and he'll get back to about the 16-yard line before he's quickly brought down by Brock Davis. What the association is looking at is travel distance. And when you have, say it works out, Sioux City East and a Bettendorf PV, well, you're 5.5 hours apart. You're not going to play that game in a playoff game. You play that at the Dome. So there might be a flip here and there with Sioux City East, and you might see them coming back or coming to the Metro in Des Moines to play a game. It's just all, those are just one of the tiny factors as Larmy gets the handoff and gets another couple of yards forward before Wyatt Young makes the stop.
It's like you're saying, if you're used to doing brackets, it's not truly a 1 versus 16, a 2 versus 15, and a straight bracket based on RPI, so they will make some adjustments. We may see a 3 play a 16, et cetera. So, yeah, because it's a long way across the state for these young people to play, next weekend.
Emmanuel Davis to punt it away on 4th down from the 17 after the penalty. Hawks were only able to get a couple of yards. Left-footed kicker bounces, and Wash will not take it. Oh, boy. I think Ama is rethinking that one, but that ball is going to drop down and stay inside the 40, where Cedar Rapids Wash will take over with 8:05 to play.
Here's some teams that are on the bubble coming in tonight that in the ranking, Cedar Falls playing Davenport West, who is coming in number 16 seed. So Cedar Falls leading there could knock them out, opening the door for some other teams to possibly sneak in. So a lot will happen tomorrow. A lot of people may be making travel plans next Friday.
CISN, keep an eye on our YouTube channel. We'll tell you what we're going to do for coverage plan, but look for us to have a few games. McGuire is hit as he threw, and it's caught at the 35-yard line again.
Pigs came in there, had a rush. McGuire sat down, set his feet, avoided, took on the rush, took the hit there, but he delivered it. This sophomore is showing some moxie. He's going to be good.
Remember that time I threw all those touchdowns against Ankeny?
Yeah.
You darn right it'll help him. Handoff goes nowhere. Lavelle Dawson, the senior, getting a chance to run the ball, and he loses 2 yards on that play. But I think also Ankeny was blitzing on that. Samuel Z getting a chance to still play out there on senior night.
You talked about, you have these sophomores and juniors, but the seniors, look at that linebacking crew for Ankeny. Z, Kaiser, and Wernow, those are the true leaders in that defense that really shuts it down, and also Doherty.
Nate Peterson in there on that previous tackle. McGuire changing the play with 10 seconds to go. 42-13, 7 minutes to play in this regular season finale. Quick throw, caught. Ama will get inside the 35-yard line before George brings him down. Owen George also out for track. Showing some quick moves there.
Picked up a few yards.
Got to thank Shannon Sandvig for help getting a lot of information about the players during the season, and parent coordinators, the Z's, huge. Aaron and Corbin have been great to keep us informed, and on the north side, Sandy and and John Pieper were great this year as well. As McGuire runs for his life, he goes up the middle. He's thrown down right at the first down marker, and I think he has the first down before Tristan Hill makes the stop.
Yeah, he had a rush out there, cut it up. He is really quick. I mean, he's done a really good job of running the football. We just saw a great running quarterback last weekend here for Northwest. So
Sam Johnson, he. I was one of his touchdowns was the top 5 play from CISN this week, and I had forgotten how just like that up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh set of downs for the Warriors. 1st and 10 from the 24. McGuire goes on the out pattern. It's caught by Mitzvalski, and he's near the first down marker.
What did Washington have? They had 30 yards of offense at half. So they really put on offensive show here. Granted, that we were seeing some backups here, but they're finding some tempo. Good pass, good outlets there. The timing on the out routes, with these bubble screens, slants and that, so they're doing a good job. This is a building game for them going into next year.
Daniel Frazzi, the tackle. First time we said his name tonight. McGuire, here comes the all-out blitz from Z. Escapes, lives to play, and it's nearly picked off at the 5. Falls to the turf, incomplete after all of that, as Samuel Sandvig there. And Sandvigs, I need to finish some thoughts on here. Younger brother of Ben, who we saw last year play, and he's the older brother to JJ, or Joey. So we're going to be saying Sandvig for a while here on CISN games based at Ankeny Stadium. 2nd and 10 from the 14. We cross the 5-minute threshold to play in the game. McGuire, quick throw, caught at the 20, down to the 10-yard line. Colton Carver, his first grab of the night. Before Ben Taylor makes the stop. Ben Taylor, the younger brother of Drew. Don't know if Drew's watching, but if you are, hey, Drew.
3rd and 6. Play here, see how Ankeny defense was to set up. They wanted to go with a 3-man rush or rush an outside linebacker, usually rushing on the weak side. But when they split like that, that would come for the defensive right.
3rd and 6 from the 10. McGuire, here comes some pressure from Z. Throws it towards the end zone, and it's incomplete, in and out of the hands. Oh, Mitzvalski almost had another touchdown, and McGuire crouches down going, oh, we almost had it. Let's do that one again. I think he looked at Coach Blue and said, let's do that again. I need it. Watch the replay.
Good pressure by Z out there, flushed him out. Got a lot on the ball there. Hit him right in the hands there. I think he was trying to think a touchdown before the ball got to him.
4th and 6 from the 10, 4:10 to play. Wash huddles on the side with their key players. Play clock at 5. McGuire throws towards the end zone, lofts it up, back and forth, incomplete. It falls, no call. Johnson breaks it up, and he was going into the end zone for Willis, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
They're going for the jump ball there in the end zone. Ja'Cory Willis, not quite enough for him to go up there and pick the ball out of the air.
Post game, we'll try to get a lot of interviews here if we can. Look for some of the seniors. Austin Oliver will be down. We'll try to track down maybe one offensive player, one defensive player. Guy has 1 catch, and I don't know if we've talked to him all year. It would be Devin Akers. And you got to look at Leo Aguirre. The story on him was, as the year started, he didn't really work out with the team all summer. He was playing for the Mexican national basketball team.
Right. I know, Luke Anderson played better there. Larmy's had some good runs. I mean, we could, of course, if Austin had time, we could just get all the seniors together on the field, and talk to them. I do have to give a shout out to Central. I have to say that, Central College, my daughter went there and her husband went there. They met at Central College, so I have to be proud of the Dutch down there of providing a great education and allowing those two to meet up. So
pretty good football program down there over the years.
Yes, they've had.
Skipper started a really good. Jeff McMartin has been there for a long time now, and lots of guys from Central Iowa have gone over there to play over the years. Jed each under center. He'll give it to Daniel Larmy, who darts out towards the 20-yard line before he's brought down by Will Barnes. Gain of almost 9 on that play.
If you heard the Barnes name, he's in there as the blocking back on offense. So he's, playing both ways. That's where, as the program gets bigger, we're going to see Washington with players that don't have to play both ways, because it's a gauntlet to play at this level, playing both sides of the football. So hats off to him for quite a long night.
Each again back under center. Larmy bounces off of a tackler, and he'll make his way towards the 30. He'll have the first down. And Aiden Hupka makes the tackle.
Wyatt Young there. They took on a double team and still forced the running back out to the outside. So junior defensive lineman holding his own out there. Double tight formation.
Each on first down. Handoff. Nice run and a huge hole. Here goes Abe Smith, the junior, with his solo run into the end zone for a touchdown.
Is that 72-yard run? I'm trying to look at the math here.
Oh, my goodness.
It opened up in the middle, and then he said, I see a lot of green, and he took off running.
Abe Smith. That is fantastic.
Junior running back, 5'10", 168. I also play some linebacker, but says, Coach, I can play tailback.
I'm not sure. That might have been Abe's first run of the year. It is, and he scores a touchdown. How's that?
How's that per yards per game?
49-13, 2:38 to play in this contest. Back in a moment.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
72-yard run by Abe Smith, the junior. First carry of the season in varsity, and it's a 72-yard touchdown run. Now the Hawks with 441 yards of total offense. And that kick is going to be run up and taken at the 7 by Carver. And he sprints his way up towards the 30 before he is tackled.
Some good tackles
Gavin
out there.
Wise, the tackle.
Looks like Joshua Rowell, the other senior, getting in on the tackle there on the kickoff. And that happens that previous play. The Washington defense, when they're committed to stopping the run, when you see those two tight ends up there, you get bunched up in there. If there's a bit of a crease, there's nobody in the secondary because they're playing up in the line, and that opened up for him, and he took it the rest of the way. So good one, good read by your blocking.
McGuire back out there for Coach Blue. Quick throw, far sideline, caught by Ama. He's at the 40, runs down the sideline, shoved out of bounds by Sandvig at the 47.
He's had some nice catches tonight. Ama's done a really good job. Got the senior playing his last game. Also plays some defensive back.
Gain of 24 on the play. Ball up at the 47-yard line. 1:20 to go in this contest. 49-13. McGuire, the sophomore. High snap, quick throw to the far sideline. It's caught by Mitzvalski, and he escapes out of one tackle. Gets enough for the first down before he steps out at the 34-yard line.
He's had a good night. I think that might be his 8th catch of that day. Might have put him over the century mark here in reception. So having a great final night, landed the senior receiver for Washington.
Handoff and up the middle, and still on his feet is Riley inside the 20 all the way down to the 11-yard line. Frazee, also Pinks. Pinks would love to attend LSU and play football. Wouldn't we all?
I think that was Lavelle Dawson on the carry.
McGuire throws to the end zone on the slant. Touchdown! Pass thrown to Brock Davis. Had an interception and now a TD with 8 seconds to play.
Davis playing well there. We call that the skinny post where you're on there. Just that you take it up the hash, but you run towards the goal post. They had double receivers out there. He took the inside route. Once again, a good delivery by McGuire. He's really been sharp on his passing game tonight, so hats off to him for playing it all the way to the end of the game.
On to attempt the extra point, Logan Barton. Fumbled snap, everybody yell fire, and the point after is no good as the kicker is brought down. For Ankeny is Daniel Frazee. 8 seconds to play, 49-19.
There would have been a big extra point because their top score this year was a loss to 28-20 to Davenport West, so that would have tied their season high in points in a game, so they're stuck on 19.
Yeah, they had 21 in the win against Jefferson, 20 in the loss against Davenport West. They scored 10 points a game. Ankeny still, coming into this contest, allows more points than they score. 27.6, and they have only scored 27.3 points a contest. You just have to win at the right time.
Yeah, Ankeny's has done what they're supposed to do. Tonight they went out there, a little rough there in the second quarter, but they turned it around here, had the starters stay out there, got some rhythm back in, found the offense, got the guys moving.
That kick is into the back of the end zone, and this will probably just be a knee. And there's one Wash player down as Brody Kreisman tried to help out his Wash player who went down, and that is Aaron Budakofer.
Could I see that Larmy hitting the century mark and rushing? Do you think they got him lathered up here in the second half? Can I find a way to use that?
Squeeze it in with 8 seconds?
Yep.
Yeah, you just did.
Someone had 4 corners on their bingo card, and that might have been the one to have them win the prize. Autographed color photo of Paul Yeager.
They don't have them in color anymore. I think they're still in black and white. Jed Each is going to take the snap, put a knee on it, and end this contest. Ankeny will win their regular season finale 49-19 in convincing fashion. Washington is going to finish the year at 1-8. Ankeny will complete their regular season 6-3, and that is above expectations for many football fans who had watched throughout the year that thought that Ankeny would maybe struggle to win 2 or 4 games. Here they went and put together 6. We'll do some interviews. We'll get those seniors talked to a little bit here on this regular season finale on CISN. Ankeny wins 49-19. Back in a moment.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat and Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Austin Oliver is down on the sideline. He's got Devin Akers and Leo Aguirre as they get congratulations from Coach Blue. Austin, I'll tell you right now, the first man, one catch tonight, but it was a big one, 82 yards.
Yeah, Devin, they just gave your stat here for the one catch for 82 yards. Started the game off really nicely, but I really want to talk to both you and Leo about, senior night tonight. The offense, played well tonight. Defense played really well. Just give us some of your thoughts about the game tonight.
Oh, yeah, I think we played well as a team. I think we were just using this as a momentum builder into the first week of the playoffs, so yeah.
And Leo, I tried to figure out who I was going to pick for the defense. You guys just played well as a team. So just talk to me a little bit about being a senior. I know that you came in kind of late to the team, this season, and what the season's meant to you as a senior yourself.
It's been really special, just the whole thing, going out this year, and it was just the whole environment, the entire defense. It was just really special.
Appreciate it, guys. Congratulations on senior night. Good luck in the playoffs here.
Thank you.
All right, Austin, thank you very much. Ankeny wins 49-19, and Austin's going to make his way and try to get just a couple more interviews, and we'll tell you that for Cedar Rapids, Washington tonight, 219 yards passing, 22 of 27 in the attempts for 219, rushing 99 yards for a total of 318. Beard, 5 carries, 36. McGuire, 7 for 29. Balls, 11 for 24. Catching, it was really spread out here. It was Carver for 1. Willis with 4 for 9, 2 for Davis, 19. But it's Mitzvalski, 7 catches for 95 yards that led the team. Ama, 4 catches, 69 yards. For Ankeny tonight, 9 of 12 passing for 198, rushing 31 times for 243. That's a total of 441. Hankus, 12 carries, 66 yards. Larmy, 18 and 105. Anderson, no carries tonight. Passing, or at least receiving, Ermeyer 3 for 53, 1 for 30 was Hankus, 1 for 82 was Akers, 1 for 28 Brandhorst, Randolph, Larmy, Summerfeld. My gosh, it's like the Chiefs having everybody get a reception. So you get a lot of stats, a lot of touches, a lot of opportunities tonight here, Tim.
Yeah, that was a good. I think they played better. They settled down there. They did what they're supposed to be doing. It's a very efficient night for Anderson at quarterback, 9 to 12. Also got the running game going. Got the linemen going in there. Got the tight end blocking. Get your schemes going out. It's a good overall game offensively and defensively. They put a lot of different people playing in there, but they shut them down pretty well and kept them under the control.
Ankeny tonight bounces back from that 24-23 loss against Valley. So their losses this year, Southeast Polk, Dowling, and Valley. Wins against Centennial, Johnston, Iowa City West, Prairie, Iowa City Liberty, and now Cedar Rapids, Washington. So as Washington's there on the left side of your screen, they will have some seniors kind of step over and get one final moment at the field. Tim, we talked about it. It just goes so fast.
It does, and that last game sticks with you for a long time because for some of these guys, maybe the last time they put pads on, and it is bittersweet. They came back and they played. They have to hold their heads up high because they played a great second half, and went up there and put 19 points on the board. So kudos to them for any senior that makes it this long. It plays with all that dedication to get to this point in the season. Hats off to those young men and their families.
And the Hawks have ended there, and Coach Blue is looks like they're going to have seniors have kind of broken off in their collective, and they'll probably have some words. And it is more than just wins, losses, and whatnot, but it is about character building. And Coach Bauer talked about that in his interview and some of his first meetings with players and coaches. And I know Austin went into the scrum And he has Coach Bauer now.
Coach Bauer, we've been here with you since the beginning of the season of your first year, the double overtime against Centennial, culminating tonight. Your boys took care of business.
Yes.
Just what does a senior night at the end of the regular season mean to you as your first-year coach?
Obviously, a special group of young men. They've been through a lot for 5 years, but, it flies by. But the thing they're great kids, and and they've grown. You've seen them growing through the years. I've been fortunate enough to see them come through our system. Obviously, the system changed this year a little bit, but they're good kids, and that's why we're still playing, and that's why we're going to probably host a home playoff game this coming week.
Yeah, and football. We're going to play some postseason football, and just what does that mean to you? And what are you taking for momentum going into that first playoff game for the guys?
We've gotten better each week. Have we put a full thing together yet? I don't think we think so as a staff, but I think we're going to be a tough out. I wouldn't want to play us because we have an offense that can score with anybody. We have a defense that can shut people down. So we'll see what happens and start working here for the next Friday night.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Austin Oliver, great job all year. Coach Bauer, thank you for the time, as it's a lot of pulls on you when you move from that assistant chair to the head spot. You have to do the media interviews, and you have to put up with a lot of questions from pesky reporters and play-by-play people, and you have to have a lot of who changed numbers, who doesn't have a jersey, who doesn't have, there's just all those little knucklehead things that happen on any given night, and it's just different.
It is. It's just your demands on your time. You do have to delegate duties. You don't have to call all the plays. You just really have to let your assistant coaches do the work for you. It really is a team effort on the coaching side to get a team to operate this well. And then all for the trainers, the staff, the people that pack them in, all the managers, they help carry this team besides the players.
There's a look there at the wash. That one, I don't know if I can look at that one. Whew. Yeah. Seniors are walking through kind of the gauntlet for one final time. Everybody congratulating. So I love the culture that Coach Bluey's been at that school for more than 20 years. I had a chance to ask him, "You've been there long?" So Hannah Stolke, "Oh yeah, I'm not a good big women's basketball fan, but man, I love watching Hannah play." And so there's a guy who loves his school and loves everything about it. So we will hear from Washington. In fact, Ankeny will go to Wash next year to end the regular season. That's going to end our regular season, Ankeny tonight. 49-19 winners over the Warriors. Thank everybody here on CISN who makes this possible. Reese and Luke on camera for the majority of the year. We had Jose direct, Randy direct, and Jeff Martens on stats each and every night. Steve helped us out a bunch on spotting. Tim, always good. Another regular season in the books.
Yes, thank you, and congrats to you. And having a senior go through the program being recognized tonight. So, congrats to you and Amy for getting a senior through. So
2 recognitions,
yeah.
Band and cross country.
Exactly.
Kind of fun. All right, we hope to be back with you next week. Keep an eye on CISN's social media feeds for the games that we are going to cover. If it is a home football game, most likely we will be here. We'll talk to you then. So long from Ankeny Stadium again. Keep an eye on that Pleasant Valley Linmar score. City High Bettendorf as we go off the air tonight. Ankeny wins 49-19. So long from Ankeny Stadium.